Peace and blessings to you all. I appreciate that, Michelle. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Sefe's in the building. What's up with my brother? Jatanya's in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hashan's in the building. Let's go. Peace and blessings to you all. Michelle, peace and blessings to you, beloved. Peace and blessings to you all. Let's go. Mindset Masters family is in the building. What's up, Miss J? Soleil, I see you, beloved. Tangerine, I see you. I see you. I see you. T. Bent. I appreciate that, beloved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Lynetta's in the building. What's up, Queen? What's up, Richard? So good to see you. Chancel's in the building. Let's go. Yeah, we're going. Yeah, we today gonna be one of the ones. What's up, Neffy? Cat lovers in the building. Neffy's in the building. Maria's in the building. Beauty Pete, what's going on? Tashani's in the building. Let's get it. Polish is in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Red? So good to see you, beloved. So good to see you. What's up, David? So good to see you, David. So good to see you. Peace and blessings to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Let's get the lights up, you guys, so we can get the medicine out. Do me a favor and share the live to your stories real quick. Malika's in the building. What's up, beloved? Share the live to your stories real quick, if you could. What's up, Chantel? Share the live to your stories real fast. Send me a direct message. Again, share the live to your stories real quick. Tara's in the building. What's up, Tara? I got my Tara in the building. We're getting ready to show up and show out. Got my Tara in the building. She got my 6. I know that. Between Lynetta and Tara, I ain't got too much worrying I got to do. Between Lynetta and Tara, I ain't too much I need to worry about. I got 2 lionesses thing to do. No plan. What's up, big homie? So good to see you. Shoot, between Tara and Lynetta, I got too much worrying. What's up, Myra? So good to see you guys. So good to see you all. So good to see you all. Tracy's in the building. What's up, beloved? So good to see you. Yeah, that part right there. Yeah. Ooh, Cat Lover, you said something. Cat Lover, that was a bar. She said, you can't have faith and be worried at the same time. That just don't even make sense. How you have faith and worried at the same time? How do we claim to know God, but our life is dominated by fear? You know, that just to me just doesn't make sense. That makes absolutely no sense to me. That makes no sense. Hang on, you guys, real quick. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. You got all this love for God. You got all this fear in your life. That doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't even make sense to you. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Cat Lover, yeah, you nailed it on that one. That just doesn't make sense. Oh, I love God, coach. But you got all this fear in your life. I know him. But you got all this anxiety in your life. Clearly you don't, because if you know him, that means that you know yourself. And if you know yourself, then you would know that you don't need to be focused on the present. You don't need to be focused on the past. You need to be locked into this moment. The future belongs to him. The past belongs to him. This moment belongs to you. You would know that. So that means that just cancels out everything that what people say. Thank you so guys for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. What's up, Jazz? So good to see you, beloved. Do me a favor real quick, you guys. Let's get the likes up so that we can get the medicine out. Do me a favor and share the live to your stories. Today is going to be one of those ones. Today is going to be hard hitting. This might be the most important live of all. I'm just going to be honest with you. This just might be the most important one. This just might be. Just might. This just might be the most important live, maybe ever. Maybe. Valerie said, I'm ready, coach. What's up, Valerie? So good to see you, beloved. Do me a favor again, share the live to your stories. Share the live to your stories, please. What's up, D? So good to see you. So good to see you, beloved. Reese's Pieces is in the building. So good to see you, beloved. And you guys, if you don't like someone, just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. If there is someone in your life, if there is someone in your life right now that you don't like, just leave that person alone. Don't sit and talk about that person behind their back. Don't sit and gossip about the person to all these other people. Just leave the person alone because it's a reflection of your character. When you start talking about people behind their back and all these other things like that, it's a reflection of your character. Does it make you look good? Especially if you're talking to me. Because I ain't gonna never want to deal with you, because those that gossip to you will gossip about you. Every single person that's gossiping to you right now is gossiping to you about your business to someone else. Those that gossip to you will also gossip about you. Get all the people out your life that like to do all of that gossiping. If you don't like the person for whatever the reason, stop smiling in their face. Stop pretending that you like the person. Stop saying all of the right things when you're in front of that person because you benefit from that person, but then you turn around and tear that person's name down and assassinate their character behind their back. You're the worst person in the world. If that's how you move, you are the worst person in the world. I'm telling you now. I don't give a damn if you like me or not. I'm telling you what God needs to should be telling you right now. The worst person in the world is the person that'll smile in your face and then turn around and talk behind your back, smile in your face, really don't like you, can't stand you, but they still need you. They still benefit from you. There's still some value that they're extracting from you. They can't stand your guts. And every time they see you, they're triggered by you. But they'll turn around and smile in your face. I'm telling you now, you need to watch the company you keep. Some of you guys got some people in your lives right now that's moving like can't stand you, but smile in your face. Say all of the right things when they talking to you and turn right around and go call somebody else and tear your name down. Now, I don't know who this message is for, but there's somebody on this platform right now where you got somebody moving in your life just like that. Person sitting to promote you like they got all this love for you when they see you, but the moment they get around somebody else, they can't wait to tear your name down. Their blood is boiling as they're talking to you, so they smiling and all of that blood boiling. People like that will cut your throat. Get all of the passive aggressive people out of your life immediately, or you ain't gonna never become the most powerful version of yourself. Some of you guys trying to take people to the top with you that don't even want to see you at the top. You said you're trying to take this person to the top with you. Especially when this is a person that you haven't done anything to. This this might have been somebody that you did everything you could to help promote this person and take this person's life to the next level. This person turned it around because their ego got too big, or they want what you have, or they want the life that you have, or whatever the case may be. And now this person got all this vitriol in them, all this poison in their blood towards you. You ain't even done nothing wrong to the person. You're like, that what the hell I do to you? You got people in your life right now that don't like you, that don't have a legitimate reason not to like you. They just don't like you because they can't beat you, because they don't have the life that you want or the life that you have. They don't know how to build it for themselves. I don't know who that message was for, but it was for somebody. Coach should not give them a second chance. Not when they showed you who they were the first time. What you mean? See, God doesn't let people hurt you. What God does is he exposes them to you. The fact that you found out how that person really felt about you, even if you found out through a third party, somebody tipped you off. There was someone that tipped you off about what was said about you. You turn around, you still dealing with the person. You turn around, you still talking to the person. God, like, I'm gonna let you bump your head. Because clearly you need to get your head busted before you understand what's going on. I done sent somebody in your life to tip you off to what was going on. You still sitting here adding the person to your life, communicate with the person, talking to the person. I already showed you how they feel about you. I already showed you how they felt about you, but you didn't want to listen. So I'm gonna let you get your head busted so you come back praying to me. Stop letting people waste your time twice. My forehead is shiny because my life is shiny. My forehead is just a reflection of my life. Can't do nothing about it. Everything in my life shine. From forehead to my lifestyle, to my cars, my bank account, my personality, my mindset, my level of self-awareness, everything shine. I can't make my life dull because your life is dull. What's up, Neptune? So good to see you, beloved. Do me a favor real quick. Everything shine in my life. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Everything shine. You would be blown away if you could really see my life. I don't promote it, but if you could really see it, you feel some type of way. I promise you, it would trigger you. It would make you say, damn, I ain't really been stepping my game up like I should. I just don't go there like that. But every now and then I will remind you who I am. Don't ever get it twisted. That's why BDM and self-awareness is so important, because I will let you know who I am. You got the right one. When you come at me, you got the right one. I promise you, you got the right one. I promise. All right. I promise you. See, Valerie, that's why that's so important, beloved, because see, the self-awareness, I'm not Dr. King. I'm not him. I'm not the turn the other cheek type. That's not me. That's not who I am. That ain't me. I ain't never been me in my life. I ain't never been the turn the other cheek type. You want the turn the other cheek type, go talk to Dr. King. He gonna turn the other cheek and pray for you and all of that. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm gonna check you where I get off at. I'm gonna check you where your disrespect showed up at. That's why I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna meet the energy that you bring to me. See, you got to start checking people in life, because if not, people will start thinking that they can play with you. The moment that person gets off on that, why are you talking to me like that? And I didn't deserve that. All of that's weak energy. See, I tell you guys this all the time. People are not an extension of your value system. They will never see life the way you see it. They will never see the situation the way you see it. So in your mind, you're thinking, oh, well, one day you're gonna realize the best thing you ever had. False. They ain't gonna never realize it. That's the reason why they fumbled you to begin with, because they didn't realize it. And they never will realize it. You got to get out of that illusion that people one day gonna discover what they missed, and one day discover that you did lost the best thing you ever had. One day you gonna realize they won't realize it, because they realized it, they would have never did it to begin with. That person won't ever realize it. They may never develop the emotional intelligence like you have to realize the mistake that they made. Some people don't never grow up. You got to understand that you can be 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, still be immature. Age doesn't do anything. We don't mature with age. We mature through our pain. We mature through our suffering. That's how we mature. We mature through emotional intelligence. We mature through self-awareness. We don't mature with age. Age ain't got nothing to do with it. Person can be 50 years old, immature as hell. It got nothing to do with age. Has nothing to do with age. All right, let's get busy getting busy. Real quick, you guys, do me a favor and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Do me a favor and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Let's get the likes up so that we get the medicine out. Let's get this live stream started. Type me in the comments if this is your very first time on the live with me. Type me real quick. Okay. And for the lady that said, I sound angry, I'm just assertive. I just don't put sugar on what I say. You're not used to that. You're used to people speaking to you with all this sugar on what they say, which is probably why you get stuck in life. I don't speak with sugar. I'm going to give it to you straight like it is. There's no sugar. So if that sounds like anger to you, that's coming from your programming and conditioning, period. Anger is a reflection of your programming and conditioning. Anger is a reflection of your perception of the situation, not mine. I'm as real. I'm playing crass serious when I talk. So if you're not used to that, it's going to sound like anger to you because you're used to people dancing around what they really feel about you. And that also lets me know that you're new to the platform. Anybody that would say something like that means that you're brand new to the platform. That's what that tells me. You brand new. What's up, Sandra? So good to see you, beloved. So good to see you. So good to see you. Got my Sandra in here. She getting her videos out there. I'm so proud of her. All right. Let's get it. Let's get into it. Again, share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Let's get the likes up so that we can get the medicine out. Today is going to be a bumpy ride. You're going to want to strap in tight. Today is going to be a bumpy ride. You are going to strap in tight. I promise you, this is going to be with respect to success. What's up, Rika? So good to see you, beloved. With respect to success and who you are ultimately going to become, this is the most important live stream. Let me say this to you guys real quick so we don't ever get it confused. Let me just say this real fast. I'm going to say this one time. I'll probably never say it again. That lion, he protects his tribe. That hyena gonna look at that lion. Ooh, that lion look pissed off. That leopard's gonna look at that lion. Ooh, that lion is pissed off. That zebra and all of them other creatures that are walking around, ooh, that lion look pissed off. All of them don't know who he is. Only his family knows who he is. They don't look at him that way. They don't see him that way. But every other animal in the Serengeti, that's how they see him. And they see him that way because they don't know him. So they'll misinterpret what his roar means. Now that lioness, she knows. Those cubs, they all know. My Mindset Masters family, they know. So when the lion is out the cage, they already know what that means. Has nothing to do with them. Has nothing to do with them. They already know that because they know we a tight-knit family. But if you are outside of the circle, you like the hyena. If you are outside of the circle, you like that gazelle. If you are outside of the circle, you're just like that zebra. You don't know what's going on. You sit here confused. You don't know how to read the moment. You don't know how to read the energy. So the only thing that you can do is attach your program and conditioning to it. And you're going to come up wrong. You're going to be wrong every time. See, when people don't understand you, they project who they think you are onto the situation because they don't know you. So they can only project who they think you are. That's how most people are walking through life. You looking at people through who you think they are. What's up, Brock? So good to see you. Okay, let's get busy, you guys. So good to see you, beloved. So good to see you. What's up, Leticia? So good to see you, beloved. Let's go. Miss Tia, let's go. Today's going to be one of those ones. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover. A lot. Again, shed a light to your stories real quick, you guys, before we dive in. Shed a light to your stories. Yeah, Brock, people walk around thinking they know who you are because they heard something about you. Thinking they know who you are because they've shared a lunch with you. Or thinking they know who they are because they didn't heard some bit or some piece of information about you. People don't know who you are. People don't know who they are. How do you know who I am and you don't know who you are? How'd you discover me and you ain't discovered yourself? How'd you figure me out? You ain't got yourself figured out yet. What's up, Rocco? So good to see you, my brother. Queen, let's get it. I'm just saying, like, I know your type. How you know my type? You don't know your type yet. What's your type? And then you can tell me about mine. All right, boom, let's get it. Here's what I need you to understand. God has you moving at the speed of your truth. God has you moving at the speed of your truth. If you want to move faster, you don't need more motivation. You need more truth in your life. Not motivation, truth. And if you think you are behind, who are you comparing your life to? Some of you guys are suffering right now because you think you're behind. Behind who? Who are you behind? When you amplify your truth, God will amplify your blessings. I said, when you amplify your truth, God will amplify your blessings. When you amplify your level of self-discipline, He will elevate your life. Your life is a reflection of the truth you live. Sit with that. I said your life is a reflection of the truth you live. See, your breakthrough in life isn't behind your busy schedule. It ain't got nothing to do with your schedule. It's behind your breakthrough in life is behind the decisions that you're afraid to make. That's where your breakthrough comes. From all of the decisions that you need to make right now that you're afraid to make. Your breakthrough doesn't come from self-awareness. It comes from the decision to move differently in life. That's where the breakthrough comes from. Self-awareness can only get you to the front door. But it's how you move once you get to the front door that's going to determine the quality of your life. Your decisions determine the quality of your life, not self-awareness. Self-awareness just makes you more alert about what's happening in your life and who's coming in and out of your life. But it's not going to build your life. Your decisions are building your life. Your self-respect has to be stronger than your feelings. Period. Damn all them feelings. I said your self-respect has to be stronger than your feelings. The most powerful version of you lives on the opposite side of what you refuse to speak up about. Whatever it is that you won't speak up about, it's coming from the weakest version of you, not the most powerful version of you. The most powerful version of you lives on the opposite side of the truth you're afraid to live. Self-love has to be your new priority. Self-respect has to be your new priority. Your peace of mind has to be your new priority. No excuses, no weak energy. And it doesn't cost you anything to give those things to yourself right now. My new priority is self-respect, self-love, discipline. That's it. Because those things right there can take me anywhere in the world. Person can't take you anywhere in the world. Those three things can. And it doesn't cost you a dime to give those things to yourself right now. That part right there, guys, girl, heavy on the self. I see it, heavy on the self-respect. Coach, I might lose this person. Damn all of that. Coach, that person over here lied to me. Damn all of that. Coach, this person over here betrayed me. All that's data. That cheating, that's data. The betrayal, data. The disrespect, data. Stop looking at these things like you're some victim in your life. All of that's data. All of that's letting me know how I need to deal with you from this moment moving forward. That's not an invitation for you to try harder. That's not an invitation for you to start proving your worth to somebody. That's exactly what we do. You get disrespected. You want to try to prove your worth. This person cheats on you. We want to give them another chance. All that's data. You don't get to fumble me twice. That's what you don't get to do. They don't let you do it in the Super Bowl. They ain't going to let you do it in your life. You might make it to the Super Bowl one time in life. Maybe if you're lucky. And if you fumble, oh, that's it. You get to fumble twice. Coach, should I give them another chance? They didn't give you one. Did they give you one? When the person went and did whatever it is they did to you, did they give you one? I just want to know. They didn't give the relationship a chance when they did what they did, but you're going to turn around and give them a chance? But they didn't give y'all one? They didn't give the future no shot. The chance went out the door the moment that that person disrespected you. The chance went out the door the moment that that person verbally abused you. The chance went out the door the moment that person cheated on you. How many chances? What you need to see? See, you need to become the type of person to stop pretending that you don't see what reality is showing you. You ain't gonna never become powerful with all of that weak energy. Your self-respect has to be stronger than your feelings. Because if your feelings are stronger than your self-respect, man, we're going to lose the game. If your feelings are stronger than your level of self-love, we're going to lose the game. If your feelings have convinced you that you can't make it without this person, we're going to lose the game. Because clearly the person thought they couldn't make it without you. Because if the person cheated on you, obviously they had a thought that maybe you don't represent the amount of value that you think you do in the mind of that person. Clearly you don't. So why you got all this 5-star love for them and 5-star respect for them and 5-star level of commitment for them? Where was it? How many stars were they operating now when they did what they did to you? I'm just curious. I ain't asking you to change your life. I'm just asking you to think about it differently. Every time a person fumbles you, it's because they don't place the same amount of value on you that you place on yourself. Because if they did, they would have never fumbled you. They would have never fumbled you. The moment that a person disrespected you, that's data. What they're saying to you, let me translate that for you. What they're saying to you is, I don't place the same value on you that you place on yourself. I don't mind losing you. The moment I disrespect you, what I'm really saying is, I don't mind losing you. I ain't got a problem in the world losing you. Because if I had a problem losing you, I'd have never disrespected you. People disrespect what they don't value, not what they do. Don't let that part go over your head. People disrespect what they don't value, not what they do. If a person cheats on you, it's because they're not afraid to lose you. When a person disrespects you, it's because they're not afraid to lose you. When a person betrays you, it's because they're not afraid to lose you. People don't fumble what they value. People fumble what they don't value, but not what they do. That's why you ain't never seen a diamond just sitting on the corner. All them streets you didn't walk down your entire life, you have never seen a diamond sitting on the corner because the value's too high. That diamond is going to be somewhere in some case, somewhere in some safe, locked behind some glass, protected. That's how you got to treat yourself. The same way that that person treats that diamond. The same way that that jeweler treats that diamond is how you got to walk through the world looking at yourself. Everybody don't get to just have access to the diamond because you want to see it. See, and the world will never see you as a diamond if you don't see yourself as one. Some of you guys walk around with cubic zirconia energy. I'm just going to be honest with you. You carry yourself. Yeah, you hollering you a diamond, but you carrying yourself with cubic zirconia energy. You hollering diamond all day long. Oh, I'm a diamond. I'm 5-star this, but you let them have some Motel 6 experience with you. Yeah, you saying you the Ritz-Carlton, but you giving them the Motel 6 experience. I'm a diamond, but you accepting cubic zirconia energy from this person? Cubic zirconia level of love from this person? Cubic zirconia level of respect from this person? But you the diamond? I'm confused. I don't know who the diamond is. When you're looking at if you're not a jeweler, when you're looking at a real diamond and you're looking at a cubic zirconia, to the naked eye, you really might not know. They got some cubic zirconias out there that look like diamonds for real. They've got some moissanites that look like diamonds for real. So if you're looking at them side by side, you just might not know. Well, how do you know? Quality. How you carry yourself. What you accept or tolerate. The level of love you have for yourself. The level of respect you have for yourself says everything. Because you might have some people confused. You may really be a diamond, but you don't carry yourself like one, beloved. And then you wondering why people treat you like some cubic zirconia. They don't see you as that. They don't see you as that because you don't see yourself that way. That's why they don't see you as that. You can't get mad at them because they don't see the value in you that you failed to show. I got to show you the value. They're telling you about it. Oh, I'm a 5-star person and I'm worthy of this and I'm worthy of that, but I don't carry myself that way. I can't get mad at this person for what they fail to see in me because it's something that I fail to see in myself. People will only see in you what you see in you. No more, no less. So when you go in the bathroom and you look in the mirror, when nobody's around, no filters, no stories, no illusion. Whatever your concept is of yourself is exactly what other people see when they see you. People see you through the concept that you have of yourself. People see you through the level of belief that you have for yourself. People see you through the level of respect that you have for yourself. So if you ain't got a high level of respect for yourself, just understand that every person you see sees you the same way. I don't give a damn how much you change your hair. I don't give a damn how much makeup you put on. I don't give a damn how trimmed up you get at the barbershop. Your self-concept determines who you attract into your life. Do me a favor real quick, you guys. Share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Alana, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Shauna, so good to see you. So good to see you, Shauna. Do me a favor real quick. Again, share the live to your stories. We're getting ready to getting busy. We got some dancing to do. We getting ready to tap dance all over this live. We getting ready to disrespect the whole TikTok platform right now. We getting ready to disrespect this whole platform. There's going to be disrespect everywhere. Noodles all on the ground. I'm telling you, Red, we're going to disrespect this whole platform. We're going to ruin it. They ain't going to never be the news. After today's live, they ain't going to be able to shoot another one. They can say they done ruined the live. They done shut it down. There's going to be noodles everywhere. Noodles, boom. That part right there, beyond it's all DMP. Come on, look at Turn Head. Turn Head and say, Coach, a fool. I'm talking about it's gonna be top ramen. It's gonna be cup of noodles everywhere when I get through. We're gonna be fried chicken in Pelican Bay when I get through with this live. They're gonna say, Coach got us fried chicken in Pelican Bay right now. We get ready to disrespect this whole line. It's getting ready to be over. Red, I already know, beloved. Red, I know, Red. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know, beloved. Trust me, I know. All right, boom. Now let me get serious. I gotta know. Let me get serious. I gotta bring the line back out. The lion said, Coach, this is not Def Comedy Jam. We need to get, come on now. This is not Showtime at the Apollo, Coach. Let me get serious real quick. Let me get serious. Because the subject matter is too serious. Yeah, you know the lion, he don't do no plan. That bad boy. He like, Coach, listen. You need to be somewhere with a microphone telling jokes because we ain't got time for all that. All right, let's get busy. Again, do me a favor real quick. If you can, share the live to your stories real quick before we go dive in. Share the live to your stories before we dive in. We're going to dive deep. Most important live. With respect to success, most important live, hands down. Won't even be close. Won't even be close. All right, here we go. Again, share the live to your stories real quick. Let's get the likes up, you guys, so that we get the medicine out. Let me say this real fast. There's one word when it comes to success. There's one word when it comes to Big Al. Appreciate that, family. There's one word when it comes to success. When it comes to you becoming the greatest, strongest, divine. I appreciate that, beloved. When it comes to you becoming the greatest, strongest, and most powerful version of yourself, only one word: discipline. That's it. We disrespect that word. Most people don't understand really how powerful that word is with respect to everything that it implies. Nothing is more powerful. Nothing. Discipline is spiritual. And I think that that's the problem. I really think that that's the problem. Discipline is spiritual, and we don't really understand that, right? Let me say this to you. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care. For the Mindset Masters family, discipline, we ride the discipline surfboard for the remainder of this year, for the remainder of this entire year, until it is so ingrained in your mind. Discipline is the surfboard that we will be riding for the remainder of this year. I'm telling you now, when I break this down, you will listen, I'm going to introduce discipline to you in a way that's going to blow your mind. One more time, discipline doesn't care if you're tired. Purpose doesn't care if you're in the mood. Destiny doesn't wait until you become more comfortable. Some of you keep asking God for change, but he's already given you the instructions. He's already given you the blueprint. You're just too emotional to follow it. And you don't need another sign. You need to stop negotiating with your feelings. And the truth is, success isn't built on motivation. You don't build motivation on success on motivation. Success is built on the moments when you do it anyway, but you show up tired. If you're stuck, it's not because you don't know what to do. 9 out of 10 people on this app right now, you know exactly what you need to do, but you just don't do it. It's not that you don't know what to do. You just don't do it because the discipline is not there. And it's because you keep letting your feelings run the show. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I'm this. The day you decide, I don't care how I feel, I care about what needs to be done, is the day your life changes. Every excuse that you tell yourself is a down payment on you remaining who you are. Sit with that, please. Sit with that. Every excuse that you tell yourself is a down payment on you remaining who you are. It's a down payment on you remaining to entertain the life that you're trying to get away from. Every time you make an excuse, I'm not asking you to change your life right now. I'm letting you know, every time you make an excuse, just understand, I just made a deposit and remaining who I am. I just made a down payment on remaining who I am. Every excuse. That should bother the hell out of you. How am I going to become the most powerful version of myself if I'm walking around making deposits into who I used to be through my excuses? Excuses have never built a single empire. Show me one person. I give you all day. Show me one person that has ever built an empire on excuses. Just show me one person. Excuses don't lead to financial freedom. Excuses don't create generational wealth. That's what I want for you guys, financial freedom and generational wealth. So you're not trying to escape a life that you don't want. It's time to get rid of the version of you that's okay with making excuses. We need to do that today. Not, okay, coach, I'll work on it. Not, okay, coach, I'll get around to it. Not, okay, coach, I'm going to try. That's an excuse right there, too. It's just excuse in a different form. No, we need to do that now. Not in a minute. Not, I'll get around to it. Not, I'll work on it. That's a single decision. Make that decision now. I'm not asking you to make the decision for me. I'm asking you to make the decision for the future version of you, so you stop putting the future version of you in debt based upon the decisions that the current version of you keeps making. Current version of you effing the future version of you up. I'm telling you now, the current version of you is hurting the future version of you. I'm playing crass serious when I tell you that. The current version of you is effing the future version of you up. This is why we end up in these same cycles, same patterns, same routines, because you only making decisions that benefit the current version of you. You ain't even thinking about the future version of you. So we got to get rid of the version of you that is comfortable making excuses. That version of you has to go now. It's time to get rid of the version of you that's okay with accepting less than you deserve. That version, we need to call both of those versions of you to the front of the class right now. We need the version of you that's okay making excuses. We need the version of you that's okay settling for less than you deserve. We need the version of you that's okay with walking on eggshells. We need the version of you that's okay with turning down the volume on your voice. We need all of those versions. We need to put them in the minivan right now and get them the hell up out of here. Pack their shit. Get the duffel bag. I want you to go to the closest Walmart. Get the biggest suitcase you can. Don't get a cheap one. Get the fanciest one. In that version of you that tolerates less, that version of you that's comfortable making excuses, that version of you that shows up, pack their shit. Put it in the suitcase and get them out of here now, so that we can start the process of you becoming the most powerful version of yourself today. Because you ain't gonna never be able to build your new life if you keep dragging the old one behind you. And that's what those versions of you are doing. Keep reminding you of who you used to be. Get everything that reminds you of who you used to be out of your life right now. So that's what your past is for. Your past is the reference point. Your past is only there to show you everything that you have already overcome. It is not a weapon so you can punish yourself about what you didn't do or what mistakes you made, what failure you made. That's not what your past is for. Your past is the most powerful thing you have, because it's there to let you know, look at all the stuff we been through. Look at everything we didn't overcome. Look at all of the moments that we thought we wasn't going to make it and we made it. Look at all those people that walked out of our life and we thought we wasn't going to never be able to be happy. That's what your past is there for. Your past is your mirror to show you how far you've come. It ain't no weapon for you to punish yourself, get down on yourself, hurt and abuse yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's not what your past is there for. God gave you that past to let you know, look at everything you made it through, baby. Look at everything you've overcome. Look at everything you thought you couldn't be happy without, but you're standing here right now, 10 toes down. That's what your past is for. Your past is a reference point to show you how badass you are. We turn it into some weapon to punish ourselves with. I failed. Look how many times I failed. Look at how many times I made mistakes. Look at all the failed relations. That's not what it's for. Somebody programmed you to see your life that way. That's what's hurting you. The way you look at your past, your memory of your past is what's hurting you. Your past is there to let you know how badass you are. Look at everything you done made it through. Look at how many mountains you've overcome. Look at all the valleys and peaks that you didn't climb through to get to where you are right now. I tell you guys this all the time. The way you define your life hurts you more than anything else. It's the definitions, man. I look at my past, I said, I'm the baddest thing walking. Look at all this shit I done overcome. I'm the baddest thing walking. That's what my past is there to let me know every time. My past is sitting there. My past is like it's like a butler. Sitting there just sipping some tea, pinky up and everything, just sipping some tea. Coach, you're amazing. That's what my past tells me. Coach, you're amazing. That's what your past is there, to remind you of how amazing you are, to remind you of everything you have overcome, to remind you, stop getting, think about, look at your life. I tell you guys this all the time. We live life forward, but we better understand it in reverse. That part I give you. What's hurting you is you're trying to predict what's coming forward. You're trying to predict what's coming. No, you don't predict what's coming, because what's gone is letting you know that you're prepared for what's coming. That's what God is saying. You don't know how to prepare you. Look at your past. See, you ain't looking. You don't see it. That's the problem. You don't see it. You don't see it. See, let me tell you what's happening to you. You so out in the future because you're using your past incorrectly. That's why you're out in the future, because somebody programmed and conditioned you to turn your past into a weapon where you only utilize it to hurt yourself, to remind you of who you're not, to remind you of yourself in a failed relationship, to remind yourself of the mistakes you made, to remind yourself of who stopped loving you, to remind yourself of who you lost, to remind yourself of fill in the blank. That's not what it's for. God gave you your past to remind you of every single thing that you have overcome, that at some point in time, while you were in the thick of it, you didn't think you would make it. And so when you look over your past, you're looking at it as a reference point to say, look at how far I've made it. Look at how much I've overcome. Look at how I tricked myself into believing that I couldn't be happy without this person, but I'm standing here today and I'm fine. I lost this person, and at the time I thought I wouldn't make it, but I'm standing here today and I'm fine. This person walked out of my life, and at the time I didn't think I would ever be able to be happy again, but I'm standing here today and I'm fine. God is saying, look at your life. Look at everything I pulled you out of. It's me and you. Get all these people's out of the opinions out of your life. It's us. You don't need to worry about the future. You just pay attention to everything, all this training I've given you. And so I don't need to focus on the future, because I know whatever's coming in the future, I'm already prepared for it. My past is the qualifier that I'm ready. I'm God built. I said, I'm God built, and so are you. My past lets me know I'm a Navy SEAL. I'm his strongest soldier. That's what your past is telling you. That no matter what comes in the future, you're going to be ready. So I don't need to focus on the future. I need to just get locked into the moment. My past is letting me know I'm ready for the future. Is the future ready for me? That's the question. It's not whether I'm ready for the future. Is the future ready for me? Because I'm prepared. I'm ready for my future and yours all at the same time. Bring me yours, bring me your kids, and bring me 7 other people that you don't know. I'm ready. My past lets me know that. I'm ready for anything you set in front of me. That's called faith. That's called trusting God. That's called belief. That's called self-love. That's called self-respect. I don't need to focus on the future, because my past tells me I'm ready. And every time I focus on the future, I neglect the present moment. But the only reason why I'm focusing on the future is because I don't understand my past. So it makes sense why you would be out of alignment. It makes all the sense in the world. Makes all the sense in the world. I wish I would focus on the future. I wish I would. It's disrespectful to my greatness. It's not about whether or not I'm ready for the future. Is the future ready for me? Have you ever asked yourself that question? While you sitting, I don't know what's going to happen. Have you ever asked yourself that question? Damn, whether or not the future is enough for you, right? Or if you're enough for the future, is the future enough for you? Damn, whether or not is that next relationship, are you enough for the relationship? Is the relationship enough for you? When you start walking through life with that mindset right there, man, it's game over. I don't need to find the right one. I am the right one. So I'm not looking for the one. Oh, coach, I'm looking for the one. The one is you. Ain't no other one. What you mean? What one? What one you talking about? Who you done placed on some pedestal? Every single person is lucky to have access to you. You are the one. Ain't no 2, 3, 4, or 5. The one is you. Period. You the one. Were you the one? Were you the one when God created you? It's a simple yes or no. Let's go back to that point. It's a simple yes or no. When he created you, he wasn't thinking about all these other people that we chasing all day long. When he created you, the only thing he was thinking about in that moment was you. In that moment, you were the one. You still been the one. You've been the one this entire time. But when we tolerate the disrespect, we stop being the one. When we show up small, we stop being the one. When we settle for less than we deserve, we stop being the one. When we allow people to disrespect us, we stop being the one. When you convince yourself that you can't be happy without this person, you stop being the one. You become the two. All right, let's get busy getting busy. Silver CEO, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. You don't need more time. You need less distractions. You don't need motivation. You need self-control. You don't need luck. You need preparation. You don't need to be busy. You need to be focused. And you don't need to know everything. You just need to get started. Some of you guys are waiting because you're waiting to feel motivated, and you're waiting to feel inspired, and you wait to feel confident, and you wait to feel all these things. Wait is what broke the bridge. You don't need more time. You need to get started. The person you are and the person you want to be are only separated by discipline. Just listen to what I'm saying to you. The person you are right now and the person you want to be are only separated by discipline. That's it. And the last time I checked, discipline is free. I'm just saying the last time I checked, I don't know a single place where you can go and buy it. Discipline is spiritual. I don't know where you can buy it. So it ain't gonna cost you anything. The person you are and the person you want to be are only separated by discipline. Come on, man, you gotta turn up. What are we waiting for? Now I can understand, well, Coach, damn, discipline, they got it on sale. It's $1 million, Coach. I can't afford it right now. Okay, I get it then. I would totally understand that. But that's not the case. Because confidence in public comes from discipline in private. Success in public comes from discipline in private. It's not who you are when you're out in the world. It's who you are when no one's watching. It's who you become when no one's clapping. It's who you become when no one's taking pictures of you and we ain't gonna post it on social media. Who are you in those moments? That's where your discipline shows up. Not Not when you all out in the world with your friends and you at the club. It ain't got nothing to do with discipline. If you don't go hard in the dark, you will never shine in the light. God created you to shine so that your light can be an inspiration for every single person that you come in contact with. Your life was created and designed to be an inspiration. That's it. To inspire others that may be in darkness at that time when they encounter you. That's what Jesus' life was. Am I lying? His whole life is an inspiration for us all. The same thing applies to you. Your life was created and designed to be an inspiration. Everything you overcome is your medicine. But if you're not inspired by your own life, how are you going to inspire somebody else's? If you haven't mastered your life, how are you going to teach somebody else how to master theirs? You got to aim for discipline, not motivation. That's what's hurting so many of you guys. You wait to feel motivated, not damn motivation. Discipline is what shows up when you run out of motivation. Discipline is what shows up when you run out of inspiration. I ain't got time for motivation. I don't even want to see motivation. I don't want to go to a motivational seminar. I don't want to watch a motivational. I ain't got time for motivation. You need discipline, damn motivation. Damn inspiration. Become disciplined. Some of you guys haven't become the most powerful version of yourself because you're not disciplined. Because you too busy negotiating with your feelings. Oh, I don't feel like it, and I'll start tomorrow, and I'll do this. All of that saying, I'm not disciplined. Discipline is what you do despite how you feel. Discipline is a habit, and discipline is the key to your success. Listen to what I'm saying. Discipline is the key. There is no other key. Yes, it is, coach. Information is the key. No, it's not. Because you ain't gonna never go get the information if you don't have discipline. You ain't gonna never go to that school if you don't have discipline. You ain't gonna read the book if you don't have discipline. You ain't gonna stay committed to that relationship if you don't have discipline. If you don't have discipline, you ain't got nothing. You need discipline before you need anything. I don't give a damn if you cut grass, if you wash cars, or you build skyscrapers. If you don't have discipline, you won't have anything, beloved. You ain't gonna have nothing. So discipline comes before the information. Discipline comes before the self-awareness. Discipline comes before all of the stuff that you acquire. Discipline comes before everything. That's what you gotta build. Discipline is something you build. The same way you took the time to build that relationship, build the discipline in yourself. Because discipline will also determine what you accept or tolerate from other people. You just ain't gonna put up with much because you're too disciplined. But when you don't have discipline, you tolerate this from this person, and you tolerate verbal abuse. You tolerate all of these things because you don't have discipline in you. When you become disciplined, it's like, I'm out. I done seen enough. I saw the movie. Thank you for showing me. I'm out. I don't do that. I don't move that way. Your discipline will speak languages for you that your behavior never will. I'm telling you that. Discipline, listen, beloved, listen to me. I don't need you to like me right now. I just need you to please listen 5 minutes. Discipline is the key to your success. It's the key to the life you want. And I'm going to tell you what's beautiful. God didn't charge you anything for it. He made sure that people wouldn't be able to sell it to you. Nobody would be able to weaponize it. No one would be able to leverage it. No one would be able to do anything. You can have as much of it as you want. And the more discipline that you add to your life, the higher you go. I didn't say the higher you go is when you acquire more information. No, your elevator climbs based upon your level of discipline. Period. Discipline has to be your new favorite word, not love, discipline. Because you ain't gonna never get to all of that if you don't have discipline. You can be jumping from relationship to relationship if you don't have discipline. You need discipline for everything. It impacts every quadrant in your life. You are 4 parts of a collective whole. Discipline dominates all 4 quadrants. I don't give a damn about somebody telling you about how much they love you, how disciplined you are. Because if you don't have discipline, you're going to run out of love. For me. So don't chase love, chase discipline. And when you see it in yourself, when you build it in you, you'll see it in everyone else. People come in telling you, oh, how much they want to love you and give you the world. You can't give me the world if you don't have discipline in you. And I won't recognize it in you if I don't build it in myself first. But if you don't separate yourself from your distractions will separate you from the life you want. Sit with that. If you don't separate yourself from your distractions will separate you from the life you want right now. I'm telling you. I appreciate the gifts, beloved. I appreciate the gifts. I'm telling you, you could be the baddest thing walking. Turn up your discipline. You could be the most confident version of yourself. Turn up your discipline. You can have the most self-respect. Turn up your discipline. You can have a luxurious life. Turn up the discipline. Damn, adding a bunch of people to your life, you're not going to get there that way. Damn, adding a bunch of information to your life, you're not going to get there that way. Discipline is the thing that you can do. You don't need a book. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a guru. It's one-on-one. Just you and discipline. There ain't no excuses why you don't have it. Oh, well, God, I ran out and I didn't know. No, discipline is like the ocean. You ain't gonna never run out of it. Same way the ocean is never gonna run out of water. You'll never run out of discipline. You ain't gonna never run out of it. I don't even want to be around people that lack discipline. I don't want to be around you. I'm just be honest. I don't want no parts of that. Because if you can't stay committed to you, you'll never be able to stay committed to me. Period. How you gonna be more for me than you are for yourself? And even if you move through life that way, I don't want to have anything to do with you. If I'm on a pedestal above you, I don't want to have anything to do with you because that means you have attachment to me. I don't want anything to do with that. So discipline shows me the relationship that you have with yourself. See, there's nothing in life more painful than knowing you have potential and failing to live up to it. What's more painful than that? Knowing you got all this potential, all of these different versions of yourself that you have yet to experience, but you failed to live up to it because you lacked the discipline, and the discipline didn't cost you anything. See, in this moment, right now, there's a war going on in your mind. Every single person on this live is fighting a silent war in their own mind right now. Let me tell you what the war consists of. Who you are now and who you have the potential to become. And the only thing that separates the two is your level of discipline. That's what you're fighting against right now, whether you realize it or not. Right now in this moment, every single and not only just every single person on this, every person you come in contact with for the rest of your life is fighting that silent battle. Some people have already waved the right flag. Waving the white flag, meaning that they've already settled for who they're going to be. They don't want to be anything greater. But when they meet you, they're going to talk 5-star talk. Oh, we can build an empire and we can do this and we can do that. But they've already settled for who they are. They've already settled for who they've always been. And they're hoping that you can jumpstart them. They're hoping that you can be the jumper cables. They're really looking to leverage you. They got they have no idea on how to build an empire because they ain't never built one themselves. I'll teach you how to build something I ain't never built. This is how we fall in these traps in relationships. You got people sitting here telling you, we're going to go build an empire together. Show me the first empire you built. Since we talking about empires, watch how quiet they get. Show me the last empire you built. Since you're telling me about the one we get ready to build next, show me the one you built before. So I can get motivated. Watch how quiet they get. Oh, well, don't build anything. Person ain't built nothing. They looking to build their future off your hard work, build their future off what you accumulated in life. That's what they're really doing. See, last time I checked, one day isn't on any calendar. I haven't seen a lot of calendars. I've never seen someday on there. I've never seen one day on there. I've never seen, so I don't want to hear about someday. I don't want to hear about one day. I have no interest in hearing about someday or one day. So one more time, in this moment, you are at war with the future version of yourself. Get out of groupthink. Get out of groupthink right now, because you ain't gonna see it if you ain't gonna really hear what I'm getting ready to say if you don't get out of groupthink. I appreciate that, beloved. Thank you, beloved. So get out of groupthink. Get all them people out your mind. You are at war with the future version of yourself, and every choice that you make, you are deciding whether you're going to become. You're deciding which version of you get ready to become. It's time to get dedicated to the person that you are meant to be starting today. It is time for you to get dedicated to the person you are meant to become starting today. And the only thing you need to make that happen is discipline. It's not going to cost you money. You don't need to read a book. You don't need to swim across the ocean. You don't need to go climb some mountain and talk to some yoga master. The only thing you need today is turn your discipline up in every area of your life. Because the future version of you was watching. And for some of you guys, the future version of you was looking at the situation like, we ain't gonna never make it, man. We ain't gonna make it. Because you keep making decisions that only benefit the current version of you. We're not gonna make it. We're gonna get here to the end, and I don't have the resources that I need. I don't have the mindset that I need. I don't have the supplies that I need. I don't have the things that I need because you're making decisions that benefit you and some person that you might be in some relationship with. The relationship is secondary. What's important is your purpose. The relationship is secondary. What's important is your spirit's mission. The relationship is secondary. What's important is God's will. What does he need from you before what the rest of the world needs from you? That's what's important. Damn what the rest of the world needs from you. What does he need from you first? That's the only thing I'm focused on. What does he need from me? That's why I'm here. It's where he needs me to be. I'm playing my position. I'm playing my role. Be a star in your role. That's what he wants you to be. He got a role. You got a role. The relationship ain't got nothing to do with the role. The relationship has everything to do with what we get to benefit from that. We get to benefit from certain things while we're here. We get to benefit from certain things. But some of us are turned around and you made the relationship the priority when your mission is no longer the priority. Your purpose is no longer the priority. Something else is. Discipline is not restriction. It's freedom. If you don't have discipline, then you're going to be a prisoner to your choices and habits. If you don't have discipline, you will be a prisoner to your own choices and habits. So if you don't have the discipline to work out consistently, you're going to be a prisoner to your body. If you don't have the discipline to eat healthy, you're going to be a prisoner to disease. Anywhere where you lack discipline, you're getting ready to be a prisoner in that particular area of your life. I'm telling you guys, when you start looking at discipline this way, you'll see discipline is spiritual. Because if discipline is the dominating thing in my life, I'll never be disconnected from God. Discipline is that bridge that connects you and God and keeps you guys connected. Because when discipline is there, you don't lose. So one more time. If you don't have the discipline to work out consistently, you're going to be a prisoner to your body. If you don't have the discipline to eat well, you're going to be a prisoner to disease. If you don't have the discipline to build a business, you're going to be a prisoner to your finances, right? If you don't have the discipline to manage your time, you're going to be a prisoner to chaos and drama. All of these things are happening due to a lack of discipline. Let me say that one more time. If you don't have the discipline to work out, you're going to be a prisoner to your body. That's a diamond hard fact. If you don't have the discipline to eat well, you're going to be a prisoner to disease. That's a diamond hard fact. If you don't have the discipline to build a business, you're going to be a prisoner to your finances. Now, here's the thing. You discipline when it comes to helping somebody else build their business. But why aren't you disciplined when it comes to building your own? You wake up every single day, Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, and you go help someone else build their business. That's what you're doing. That's somebody else's dream. That's not your dream. That's somebody else's. But then we turn around and we don't apply that same discipline to our own life. That person was where you once used to be. They used to work for someone else, but they went and took the time to build their dream. And if you don't build your goals and dreams, you're going to help someone else build theirs. If you don't build your own goals and dreams, you're going to become really good at helping someone else build theirs. And the same amount of time and energy that it takes you to help them build theirs is the same energy that it takes you to build yours. Make no difference. It requires energy and effort to help them. It requires energy and effort for you to help yourself. What are we talking about here? A lack of discipline. That's what we're talking about. You waking up every day helping somebody else build their life. And here's the thing. You'll never make more money than the person that owns that company. But you can make all the money in the world when you own your own. You're limited over here, but you're unlimited on the other side of the equation. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to carve out some time block, so that you can start building the dream, your dream. Let me say something to you. Now, it's not fear that's stopping you, beloved. It's a lack of self-awareness. Fear only comes when you don't know who you are. So the moment you say fear, that lets me know you don't know who you are. Because when you know who you are, there's no fear. When you don't know who you are, there's fear. Fear is an indicator that you don't know who you are. Bottom line, fear is an indicator that you don't trust. Fear is an indicator that you are not believing in God, because you can't claim to believe in him. You can't claim to know him and have fear in your life at the same time. Fear and faith cannot coexist. So which one going to dominate your life? You're going to allow fear to dominate your life, and you're going to allow faith. If faith is dominating your life, there's no fear. If fear is dominating your life, there's no faith. Pick a side. That's all God wants you to do. He's saying, pick a side. Stop being sometimes. Sometimes you believe in me and sometimes you don't. It's the only thing he's asking you to do. Stop being sometimey. Pick a side. Faith and fear cannot occupy the same moment. Where there's fear, there is no faith. Where there's faith, there is no fear. Pick a side. I speak for him when I'm on this live. I'm gonna speak for him. Pick a side. I wish I would let fear down. I wish I would let fear have a seat at the table in my mind. I wish I would disrespect my father like that, disrespect his greatness like that. One more time, that's what your past is. Your past is a reference point for everything that you've already been through. Look at all the stuff you've already overcome. You should be the most confident person in the world just based upon your past. Your past alone should have you being the most confident person in the world. If you were a boxer, you'd be confident because look at all the stuff you've overcome. You've taken life's best shot. You still standing 10 toes down. The hell you got fear in your life for? That don't make no sense. You're afraid for all the stuff you didn't overcome. That don't make no sense in the world. Wish I would. For everything God done pulled me through, I wish I would. For everything I've had the opportunity to become. Be walking around afraid. What would I be afraid of? Think about what I'm saying. I'm only afraid because I don't know who I am. I'm only afraid because I think I know who he is, but I don't really know who he is. I have a concept of him because when you know him, there's no fear. But when you going off of what some pastor then told you he is, fear. The same fear live in you. It's the same fear that live in that pastor. His life is riddled by fear. Your life riddled by fear. What a coincidence. He's sitting here preaching on Sunday, every single Sunday, life dominated by fear, dominated by anxiety, dominated by depression. Come on now, what are we talking about here? That's why we're not becoming the most powerful version of ourselves, because we too busy chasing people. See, that's the problem. You so busy chasing people that you never chased yourself. You ain't gonna never find you through somebody else. I don't give a damn how many relationships you jump in and out of. You will never discover who you are through someone else. That's the problem. We don't put ourselves in park long enough to discover who we are. We know more about other people than we know about ourselves. I can talk to you about Beyonce, you'll talk to me for hours. I can talk to you about Jay-Z, you'll talk to me for hours. I can talk to you about Michelle Obama, you'll talk to me for hours. Ask you about who you are, all of a sudden we get quiet. I only know who I am. I don't know nothing else. I know who I am. I know who God is. Only two things I need to know. I don't need to know anything else. I don't need to know anything else. I don't want to know your problems. I don't want to know your business. That ain't my business. See, that's the thing. We walk around. We want to collect all this information about other people and all in their business. You got people's problems written space in your mind for free. People's history written space in your mind for free. People's accomplishments written space in your mind for free. Who they used to be and what they used to do and who they used to marry written space in your mind for free. Ain't none of that making you powerful. Got all this stuff going on. None of that's making you powerful. People call you on the phone. They want to vent to you, pour their problems on you. And the moment that they pour their problems on you, your brain is processing their problems now. And see, that's what we don't understand. The moment that person calls you and they start pouring into you about, oh, this went wrong and that went wrong and this is happening, your brain doesn't differentiate between fact or fiction. So when it hears those problems, it's thinking that those problems belong to you. So now it's processing your friend's problems. Your vibrational frequency goes down. Well, they just wanted to vent to me, coach. Okay, I understand. But their venting cost you your happiness. Their venting cost you your peace. Their venting cost you being disconnected from unconditional love. And if that makes sense to you, then keep moving through life that way. If that makes sense to you, keep moving through life that way. Now your brain is sitting here processing problems that it didn't create. And it will never find the solution to the problem because the person isn't looking for the solution. When most people call you, they're not looking for the solution. The solution is available. They don't want to accept it. See, oftentimes we don't have problems. We have a truth that we don't want to accept. 9 out of 10 people that call your phone that want to vent aren't looking for a solution. They just want to be heard. They want some attention, but they're not looking for a solution, because the solution is stop showing up to the toxic relationship. The solution is stop tolerating the disrespect. The solution is stop settling for less than you deserve. That's the solution, but they don't want that. Because to stand up and speak their truth, to live in their authenticity, to show up as the version of themselves that God created would mean that they might lose the person, and they don't want to lose the person. They don't want to lose the person. But they don't have a problem losing themselves. I don't mind losing me, coach, as long as I don't lose them. That's what you're saying when you tolerate disrespect. I don't mind losing them, coach, as long as that's what you say. I don't mind losing me, as long as I don't lose them. So I'll tolerate the disrespect. I'll walk on eggshells. I'll accept less than I deserve, as long as I don't have to lose that person. And then 10 years from now, I'll complain about everything that they didn't give me, but I'll never talk about what I accepted. I'll never talk about what I tolerated. I'll never talk about what I put up with. I'll never talk about the fact that I showed up small. I'll never talk about the fact that I wasn't loving myself. I'll never talk about the fact that I was disconnected from God during that whole time. I'll never talk about that. I'll just talk about what they didn't give me. Boom, let's get busy getting busy. That part right there, Quana. That part right there, beloved. That part right there. That one side of the story. Come on, Raven, let's turn up. Yeah, it's earpieces all over the ground. I already know that. Y'all might as well go to the Apple store when you leave, because there's so many earpieces that falling out. What's up, Nigerians in the building? So good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Spartan, what's up, Spartan? So good to see you, family. Yeah, so good to see you, family. So good to see you. All I'm saying is stop allowing people to give you what they wouldn't give God. You wouldn't disrespect him, so why are you doing it to me? You wouldn't lie to him, so why are you doing it to me? You wouldn't abuse him, so why are you doing it to me? You an extension of him. You are an extension of him. Ain't no different than if you walking through Africa and you see that lion cub. You ain't getting ready to disrespect that lion cub, because you know you're going to have to deal with that lion. I can promise you, I don't even have to know your name. I know that. You ain't going to disrespect that lion cub. And you're not going to disrespect that lion cub because you don't want to deal with that daddy. You don't want to deal with that lioness. You don't want that smoke. Ain't no different than God. Stop letting people, you an extension of him the same way that lion cub is. Same way. So I move through life like that. You ain't going to disrespect my father. You ain't going to disrespect me. You ain't going to abuse him. You ain't going to abuse me. You ain't going to put your hands on him. You ain't going to do it to me. Ain't got nothing to do with being tough. This is alignment. Ain't got nothing to do with tough. I can promise you right now, you can be walking through Africa. You see that lion cub, you're going to move in a different direction. And the reason why you're going to move in a different direction, because you know that mama or that daddy somewhere in the vicinity. You might be looking for the closest tree, just in case. But what you're not getting ready to do is go and disrespect that cub. You his cub. Ain't no difference. You're his cub. You came into this world by yourself. Take yourself back to that time period. You didn't have an entourage. You didn't need anything. You came in alone. He knew you would be fine. Why? Because he had already had all of the pieces and all of the people needed for you to become the version of yourself right now. You got to understand that. You come in the world with nothing, but you come in with everything because you came in with him. You ain't never been alone a day in your life. You come with him. You gonna leave with him. You ain't never left him. That's what self-awareness is about. You don't discover God. Self-awareness is teaching you that you never left him to begin with. God is not something you find. It's something you rediscover. How you gonna find what you never lost? Just help me understand that. You sitting here looking for your keys, you hold them in your left hand the whole time. Boom, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. Yeah, that's what self-awareness is about. It's not about, it's not, and that's why people don't want you to know it. That's why they don't want you to know it. That's why they don't want you to know it. You don't find God. Self-awareness is going to teach you that you never left him to begin with. That's the whole point. All right, boom, let's get busy. The highest form, higher than anything else, the highest form of self-care is changing your life. Period. There is nothing in the history of this planet more powerful than that. See, we've been programmed and conditioned to think that self-care is about bubble baths and you going to the nail salon every couple of weeks and you going to do this and you going to do that. No, you got to understand, beloved. Self-care is not about weekend bubble baths. It's not about massages. It's not about going to get your nails done and keeping up with your hair, going to the barber shop. It's nothing to do with any of that. Self-care is, I changed my life. I stopped waking up to a life that I don't love. I stopped going to this job that's stressing me out, that's making me unhappy. I stopped showing up to these places because this is not mandatory. I'm self-disciplined enough to change the things in my life that are no longer working for me. Now, I'm not going to walk out of one job before I have another. That's not what I'm saying to you. But I'm not going to keep going to a job that's stressing me out. Keep going to a job where I'm underappreciated. Keep going to a job where people don't see my value, don't see what I bring to the moment. You have to know when you've hit your expiration date when it comes to certain people, certain environments, certain situations. That's your job. I've hit my expiration date. I don't need to blame anybody. I don't need to get mad about anything, but I need to know. Some of you guys are in situations right now where you've already hit the expiration date on that particular thing, but you're still there. So again, I don't let go of something before I have something else. So I'm not saying that. But damn, don't keep waking up to a life that you don't love and then you complain about it. You keep going to a job that you don't love and then you complain about it. When you're the one holding the remote, that's what God is looking at you like. You holding the remote, beloved. If you don't like what's happening on the TV screen, change the remote. Change the channel because only you can. Nobody can change the channel to your life except for you. If you don't like what you are seeing, change the channel. If you don't like the relationship anymore, change the channel. If you don't like your circle of friends, change the channel. If you don't like what's happening at your job, change the channel. You hold the remote. Nobody else can walk in your life and change the channel but you. But you can't see what's on the TV screen and complain about it at the same time. And the only person holding the remote is you. Because now you're just punishing yourself. You don't ever complain about your life because complaining is weak energy. The same energy it took you to complain is the same amount of energy that it took you to change what it is that you're complaining about. Same energy. I said the same energy that it takes you to complain is the same amount of energy that it takes you to change the thing that you are complaining about. Same energy. Same energy. I don't complain about anything. Because complaining only, see, this is what we don't understand, beloved. Complaining only punishes you. You don't complain people. You don't punish people when you complain. You're not punishing your partner when you complain because all of the negative feelings live in you. Every time you start complaining, your body releases the emotion equal to your level of that complaint. Nobody else is feeling that. So every time you complain, even if you only complaining in your mind, every time you complaining, you're only punishing yourself in that moment. Make that make sense. That means I don't have emotional intelligence. That's what complaining means. Complaining means I lack emotional intelligence. I lack self-awareness because anyone who is self-aware fully understands that when you complain, you only punish yourself. You don't punish the people that you are complaining about, just you. Because when you start to complain, you unlock all of the feelings. You unlock the emotions. That's what complaining does. It's a story you tell yourself about something you don't like in the external world, but you don't realize that you're punishing yourself at that time. Make that make sense. Yeah, you holding the remote. Cosmic G, what's up, my brother? So good to see you. Do me a favor, real quick, you guys, and share the live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Do me a favor. Yeah, Miss Thing, you don't ever complain. Don't ever complain. I don't give a damn what's going on. You don't ever complain. You don't ever complain because complaining only punishes you. You don't punish anyone else. Why am I saying that? Because all of your feelings and emotions are inbound only. They're never outbound. So when you complain, your energy and your emotions aren't going out to other people. You just generate that in you. So not only do you lower your own vibrational frequency, not only do you block happiness's presence, not only do you block joy's presence and love's presence, but you don't change anything. Complaining changes nothing. Tell me one thing you've ever complained in your life, changed in your life by complaining about. Complaining is weak energy. You don't ever complain. Ever. Transmute the energy. Instead of sitting around complaining about it, I'm going to take this energy and change this relationship. I'm going to take this energy and change that job. I'm going to take this energy and change my circle of friends. I'm going to take this energy. Instead of using this energy to attack myself, I'm getting ready to take this energy and change whatever it is that I was getting ready to complain about. But what I'm not getting ready to do is punish me. No, I can't do that. I need me. I can't foul me out the game. I need me. I'm gonna be here when nobody is here. I need me. And I need me operating at my highest vibrational frequency, not at some low vibrational frequency because I'm sitting there complaining all day. So one more time, going back to my original point, the highest form of self-care is you changing your life. Nothing is more powerful than that. There is no higher form of self-care other than that. Because if you truly care for yourself, then you would discipline yourself so that you would be able to create the future that you want. I said, if you truly care, you would discipline yourself right now so that you can go and create the future that you want for yourself. Because that's the only thing that's separating you right now from the version of yourself that you ultimately want to be is discipline, not money. One more time, if you truly care for yourself, then you would discipline yourself so that you would be able to create the future that you wanted for yourself, which would create a life for you that you don't have to escape. That's what I want for you. I want you to be able to build a life for yourself that you don't have to take a vacation from. See, discipline is about sacrificing your comfort in the moment so that you can build a life, so that you can build that life again that you never have to take the vacation from. That's discipline, beloved. See, most people are held back by one thing. They refuse to discipline themselves. Held back by one thing. It's only one thing. We're getting ready to get into the medicine now. The best part of this live is getting ready to start right now. Do me a favor and share the live to your stories real quick if you haven't already done so. Do me a favor and share the live to your stories real quick if you haven't already done so. Let's get the lights up so that we get the medicine out. The live is getting ready to start right now. This is it. See, God never designed a chaotic life. Come on, turn the awareness up. I got to speak for my father right now. God has never designed a chaotic life. Chaos is the evidence of rebellion against divine law. I said chaos is the evidence of rebellion against divine law. Order is the evidence of alignment with God's will. Transformation is impossible without discipline. Purpose cannot be fulfilled without discipline. Destiny cannot be manifested without discipline. You can't go anywhere, beloved, without it. Discipline is not punishment, it's training. Discipline is structure. Discipline is enforced alignment. Discipline is the ability to make yourself do what's right, even when you don't feel like it. That's when you turn up the most. That's why so many of you guys are stuck. You only move when you feel like it. And when you don't feel like it, you surrender to your excuses. Discipline is doing what you hate, but doing it like you love it. Because if you only do what you love, then you never become the most powerful version of yourself. If you only move through life when you feel good, then you'll never become the most powerful version of yourself. Discipline is doing the things that you hate, but doing them with the same energy that you do the things that you love. Discipline is the governor of potential. That's what I need you to understand. Discipline is the governor of potential. And potential without discipline is frustration. That's why so many of you guys are frustrated. You got all this potential, but no discipline. Discipline without potential without discipline becomes frustration, becomes stress, becomes you focusing on the future and producing all of your anxiety. Many people are frustrated not because they lack ability, but because they lack structure. They have dreams, but no discipline. They have passion, but no order. They have desire, but no self-control. And desire without discipline becomes delusion. Watch this. Watch this. I'm getting ready to give you divine law right now. I'm getting ready to give you divine law on a level that's going to blow your mind. God created everything with a purpose. Let's just slow down real quick. God created every single thing with a purpose. Purpose determines design. Design determines function. Function determines discipline. Nothing that God has ever created functions without the discipline that matches its design. You, most importantly, let me say that one more time. God created everything with a purpose. Purpose determines design. Design determines function. Function determines discipline. Nothing that God has ever created functions without the discipline that matches its design. So if you don't know who you are, then you don't know how you function. You don't know what your purpose is, which means that you don't know how much discipline to pour into what area of your life because you haven't discovered your purpose. So how do you know where you need to be disciplined if you don't know your purpose? And if you don't know your purpose, you don't really know how you function. That's why mastering yourself is the most important thing in the world. That's why discovering your purpose is the most important thing in the world. Because now I know where to pour discipline. Let me qualify that. In case you're struggling, let me qualify it. The sun has a discipline. Think about how powerful the sun is. Just picture that in your mind, how powerful the sun is. Even the sun has a discipline to rise and set, to shine on this earth every single day, to give us the vitamin D, to give us its energy. That's its discipline. Every day is doing that. The moon has a discipline to govern the night. Ain't no days off. The stars have a discipline. The oceans have a discipline right now. Everything that God's created has a discipline. Think about what I'm saying. Think about how disciplined the oceans are. Even though the oceans have the power to fill this entire earth with water, they don't. They're operating out of their discipline. And you can go to that ocean right now and eat for free. They gonna cost you nothing. That's part of its discipline, to feed us. And it's a master at what it does. The seasons have a discipline. I'm just showing you how much, I'm showing you that discipline is divine. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. I don't give a damn about what Webster's dictionary is telling you about what discipline is. No word describes the thing. This is important for you to understand. There has never been a word in human history that can describe the thing. The word only points to the thing. So we really never knew what discipline was because we're just going off the definition of it, listening to other people. No word is the thing. You are not your name. Your name points to who you are, but you were something before you ever had a name. If you don't see the problem with that, this ain't the live for you. If you don't see the problem with that, That's a category 5 problem. That's not like just a problem. That's a category 5 problem. If you don't see the problem with that, this, I promise you, this isn't the lie for you. And I won't feel no type of way if you scroll down the street. Think about what I'm saying to you. No word is the thing that is trying to describe. And here's the problem with knowing. The moment you think you know something, you're no longer looking for an answer because you already think you got it. Why would you look for an answer to something you think you already know? So somebody told you what discipline is. They never told you that it's spiritual. They never told you that it's divine law. Nobody ever said that to you. So we didn't know what it was. Discipline is as real as gravity. It's a law that governs this planet just like gravity. We just think it's something that we needed to do. I need to be more disciplined, but you say it very casually. We didn't understand that discipline and our purpose are interconnected. Discipline and our spiritual being are interconnected. You can unlock your spiritual being through discipline. That's how you unlock the most powerful version of yourself, through discipline. There ain't no other way. Discipline is the key that opens everything. But we didn't know that. Because you would have taken it more serious had you known that. You take gravity serious. I bet you won't go jump off the top of some mountain. You take that serious, but we don't take discipline serious. Yeah, I need to turn up my discipline. You know, we say it, but we say it so casually. I need to be a little bit more disciplined with this. No, you need to be a lot more. Not just a little bit. You know damn well that if you in a plane and you jump out, you're going to hit the ground because you understand the law of gravity. You know, if you jump off the side of some mountain, you're going to be in trouble because you understand the law of gravity. But we don't understand discipline like that. We don't understand that discipline is really, it's a part of our nature. Everything in nature operates on discipline. Nobody's ever told us. So one more time, the sun has a discipline to rise and set, to shine on this planet, to give us its energy. Let us get the vitamin D. That's its discipline. It doesn't need to be reminded. It doesn't need to be motivated. It doesn't need to be inspired. It's doing what it was created to do based upon that law. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. The moon has a discipline to govern the night. There was a time period when people only traveled by the moon's light. The light was all they needed. That's discipline. The stars have a discipline. The ocean have a discipline to provide food for you. You can go right now and eat for free out of the ocean. You ain't gonna never run out of food. You can walk to any tree and go get fruit right now. It ain't gonna cost you a dime. All discipline. Everything is doing what it was created to do, except for us. We are the only ones when it becomes optional when it comes to us. Everything else is operating on that law, except for us. The seasons have a discipline. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. None of them fight for position. The summer isn't fighting to stay around when it's time for it to change season. It's not fighting. Everything has a discipline, except for us. Because we were given freedom of choice. That's what lets you know you're more powerful than that sun. The sun was not given freedom of choice. You were. The moon wasn't given freedom of choice. You were. The oceans weren't given freedom of choice. You were. The trees weren't given freedom of choice. You were. The seasons weren't given freedom of choice. You were. You more powerful than it all. You are more powerful than all of it. Here's the tragedy. Watch this, Shondelyn. Watch this, beloved. Here's the tragedy. The tragedy of humanity is that we often use that freedom to sabotage our destiny. The very freedom that the sun doesn't have, the very freedom that the moon doesn't have, the very freedom that the seasons don't have, you have. And that same freedom is what's destroying. Because it's optional to you. Greatness is optional to you. You can become the most powerful version of yourself, or you can remain who you are. It's optional to you. You can become fearless, or you can be riddled by your fear. It's optional to you. You can become the greatest version of you, or you can become the weakest version of you. It's optional to you. All these options, we have options. Because you're the divine in human form. You've got options. You're not restricted by anything. We only restricted by the limitations that we place on ourselves. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, beloved. Put that discipline in your life. Stop adding people. Become the greatest version of you. Think about what I'm saying. Moon, powerful as it is, limited. Sun, as powerful as it is, limited. The oceans, as powerful as they are, limited. God gave you dominion over all of that. So I ain't gonna place no limitations on my kids. I'm gonna let them do what they want to do. I wish that sun would wake up one day and decide not to shine on them. I wish that would. I wish that moon would decide not to shine light on them. I wish it would. I wish those oceans would decide not to feed my kids. I wish they would. All of the limitations that's happening in your life, we place them on ourselves. That's how much he loves you. Everything else is limited except for you. Everything except for you. One more time, the tragedy of humanity is that we use that very freedom to sabotage our destiny. Freedom without discipline is self-destruction. Freedom without discipline is self-destruction. Freedom without discipline is self-destruction. See, some of you guys have never lost a battle to the devil. Stop blaming him. You didn't lose some battle to the devil. You lost a battle to your self-discipline or lack thereof. That's what we lose to. We lose to the self-discipline. We're going to blame the devil, though, because that's what we become masters at. We need to blame somebody else. So we're going to blame him. But we're not going to tell the side of the story where we just lack the self-discipline to do what needed to be done in that moment. Whether that's leaving a toxic relationship, whether that's leaving the job that you don't love anymore, whether that's walking away from that circle of friends that you know you've already outgrown, but you still hang on to them, because I'm the smart one in the group. Anytime that you're the smartest person in your circle, you're in the wrong circle. That's the number one indicator. When I can't learn from the group is only learning from me. That means that the relationship is out of balance. How you hanging out with people that you can't learn from, but the people learning from you. Just make that make sense. Then we wonder why we get stuck in life. You hanging out with people that can only learn from you, and you can't learn from them, and the relationship's out of balance, beloved. I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? See, your life is not waiting on a miracle. It's waiting on a decision. I said, your life is not waiting on a miracle. It's waiting on a decision. Here's the medicine. God will not give you what you have the power to give yourself. God will not give you what you have the power to give yourself. Let me say that one more time. God will never give you what you have the power to give yourself. That's what he created you for. Let me qualify that in case you're struggling with it. Let me qualify it. So a long time ago, there was this man. He loved God. No, he was so loyal, so faithful. He would read his Bible every night. He was so dedicated. But every Sunday, he would go and have tea with his friends. And he would ride his camel to go and have tea. So he pulled up to the place where he was to meet his friends, and they would meet there all the time, every Sunday. And he got ready to tie his camel up. And he said, God, I love you so much that I'm not going to even tie my camel up because I know that you're protecting me. I know that you've got me. I know that you won't allow anything bad to happen to me. And so he didn't. He walked inside of the place to go meet his friends, and they were sitting having tea. And he mentioned that very thing. He said, I love God so much. I left my camel untied outside. And his friend looked at him and he said, you fool, what are you doing? God cannot bother doing for you what he gave you the power to do for yourself. His job is not to do what he gave you the power to do for yourself. He will do for you what you can't do for you. That's what his job is. Go outside and tie your camel. And so he did. God is not in your life to do for things for you that you have the power to do for yourself. God is in your life to do the things for you that you can't do for you. The things that may be too heavy for you to carry. The obstacles that may be too big for you to climb. That's when you lean on him. But you can't lean on him because you lack self-discipline. You can't lean on him because you won't leave the toxic relationship. You can't lean on him because you keep waking up to a life that you don't love. You can't lean on him because you keep going to the job that you hate every single day. You can't lean on him because you won't transcend the circle of friends that you hang out with all the time. God cannot bother doing for you what he gave you the power to do for yourself. There's certain things that you can do, and there's certain things that you can't do. And anytime you cross that road where there's something that's too big, you say, call me. I got a call me phone. Anytime I run across something I can do, God says, call me. Anytime that I feel that call me. Anytime when there's a situation I don't think I'm going to be able to come up with, call me. That's when you call me. Call me when it's the darkest. Call me when you're most afraid. Call me when you're most worried. Call me when you run out of the road. Call me when you don't know whether to go left or right. Call me. And don't just call me when you lose it in life. Call me when you win into. Some of you guys seem to only pick up the phone when you lose it. When I call, he gonna come running. And the reason why he gonna come running, because he know I'm gonna try it every single way that I can. I'm gonna twist it this way. I'm gonna turn it that way. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And when I run out of answers, and I run out of solution, and I run out of road, I'm calling him. Not because I don't want to leave my relationship, not because I don't want to work out, not because I'm not eating the right foods, not because I'm hanging out with the wrong. All that's on you. Tolerating things that I shouldn't, accepting behavior from people that I shouldn't, walking on eggshells, showing up small, not living in my authenticity, not living my truth, not studying, not growing, not becoming the most powerful. All that's on you. You ain't got to talk to him about that. All of that's on you. You like the person with the camel. You calling him to do things that you have the power to do yourself. He ain't gonna pull you out of that relationship. That's why he gave you free will. He's not gonna pull you out of that job. That's why he gave you free will. He's not gonna move you from that circle of friends. That's why he gave you free will. He cannot bother doing for you what he gave you the power to do for yourself. You calling him to do things that you can do yourself. All right, let me finish this piece up. See, what we don't understand is God has given you dominion over your life. That's a beautiful thing. He has given you complete dominion over your life. But dominion is not a title. It's not some title. It's a discipline. Dominion requires discipline. You cannot rule your life if you cannot rule your habits. You cannot rule your life if you cannot rule your habits. You cannot rule your life if you cannot rule your daily routines. You cannot rule your life if you don't have power over what you won't walk away from. And you cannot lead others until you first learn how to lead yourself. That's the most important person you will ever lead is you. You cannot govern the future that you refuse to prepare for. Think about what I'm saying to you. You cannot govern a future that you refuse to prepare for. Self-discipline is the foundation of leadership. Leadership is not a position, it's a disposition. Disposition meaning it's a reflection of your character. Leadership begins with self-management, not public influence. The most difficult person you will ever lead is yourself. You can command armies, you can direct companies, and you can lead communities. But the most important person you are ever going to lead is you. He's paying attention to how you lead you. If you cannot discipline your time, your desires, or your emotions, then you have no true authority, beloved. What do you actually have power over? Think about what I'm saying. If you cannot discipline your own time, you can't discipline your desires, you can't discipline your emotions, you can't discipline your thoughts, your focus is all over the place, then you have no true authority. What do you have control over? Those are the most important things. You cannot ask God for influence and refuse to master your own habits. You cannot ask God for elevation and refuse the process of refinement. And prayer does not substitute discipline. So it doesn't matter how much you pray. I pray all day, coach. That has nothing to do with discipline. Here's the medicine. God will give you the vision, but he will not create your routine. He will give you the assignment, but he will not schedule your time. He will give you the calling, but he will not control your habits. That part is your responsibility. Let me say that one more time. God will give you the vision, but he will not create your routine. He will give you the assignment, but he will not schedule your time. He will give you the calling, but he will not control your habits. All of that is your responsibility. And this is why many people have never become who God intended them to be. They love inspiration, but they reject transformation. I said, this is why so many people have never become who God intended them to be. They love inspiration, but reject transformation. They love inspiration, but reject transformation. Why do they reject the transformation? Because transformation requires you to walk away from who you used to be. Transformation requires you to walk away from your comfort zone. Transformation requires you to step into the unknown. That's why people don't do it. Transformation requires discipline. That's why they don't do it. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack the ability, because they lack the self-discipline. But you want the inspiration, but you rejected the transformation. Transformation requires discipline. Transformation requires the painful reconstruction of your daily life. Discipline is the bridge. Discipline is the bridge between your present self and your future self. That's the bridge. Ain't no other bridge. If you don't cross that bridge, you will live your whole life in the land of intentions. I intended to do this. I intended to do that. I intended to become this, and I intended to be all intentions. Some of you guys have been living with the same dreams for over 5 years. But because you never disciplined yourself to act on it. Yeah, you got the dream in your mind. Whether that's to write a book or to start some business or to do something, you've got the goal in your mind. You've got the dream, but you lack the discipline to go with it. Potential becomes a prison when you refuse to apply discipline. I said potential becomes a prison when you refuse to apply discipline. And you can't confuse inspiration with transformation. Inspiration excites you for a moment. Discipline changes you permanently. Inspiration wakes you up. Discipline keeps you up. Inspiration stirs desire. Discipline forms character. It's a big difference between inspiration and discipline. That's why I don't want to be inspired. No, I want to be disciplined. When you have discipline, you don't need inspiration. When you have discipline, I don't need motivation. When you have discipline, I don't need to be pumped up. When you have discipline, I don't need to go read some self-help book. I don't need anything. Because I'm going to do the thing that needs to be done no matter what. I don't negotiate with my feelings. That's what's happening. You're negotiating with your feelings. You're only doing the things that you do when you feel like doing them. That's not discipline. Watch this. The kingdom of God is a kingdom of character. Let me say that one more time. The kingdom of God is a kingdom of character, not enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is emotional. Character is structural. Enthusiasm fades. Character remains. Enthusiasm is like the wind. Character is the foundation. You must understand this. God blesses character, not excitement. No matter how excited you are, he blesses character, not excitement. He blesses character, not enthusiasm. God rewards discipline, not passion. Because some of you can be passionate all day long. But if you lack the discipline to go with that passion, the passion becomes a prison. Many people have passion, but no progress, because progress is the child of discipline. When God gives you purpose, he expects you to build a structure that supports it. Listen to what I just said to you. I said, when God gives you a purpose, he expects for you to build a structure that supports it. Come on, you guys, we're talking about a synergistic relationship here. He like, damn, I gave you the brain. I gave you the body. I gave you the gift. I gave you the calling. I gave you the mind. I gave you the people. I gave you the resources. I've given you a heart, the mind. I've given you everything you need. He like, damn, the only thing I'm asking you to bring is the discipline. When you bring the discipline, we're going to create anything you want to create. He like, damn, all I'm asking you to do is show up with the discipline. I'm not asking you to show up with anything. And that's free. Everything you want to be in life right now is only separated by your level of discipline. That's it. That's all. He's like, damn, what more you want me to do? You want me to bring the discipline too? Then I don't need you. What would I need you for? If I got to give you the mind, give you the body, give you the resources, give you the people, I put you in that car, I put you in that house, I gave you that job, all the money in your bank, all that's coming from me. He's like, the only thing I need you to do is just bring the discipline. And what you're getting ready to build doesn't even benefit me, it only benefits you. So what more you want me to do? I'm asking you to bring something that doesn't cost you anything. We're struggling with that. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. For the mindset, Lynetta, I'm talking to you. Red, I'm talking to you. Cefe, I'm talking to you. Divine, I'm talking to you. Tara, I'm talking to you. Listen, I'm talking to D, I'm talking to you. Juliet, I'm talking to you. We need to make discipline. I'm telling you now, they didn't want us to know this. Discipline is spiritual. Discipline is connected to God. Everything, Brock, I'm talking to you. Discipline needs to be your new favorite word. You need to write that all over your house. Rika, I'm talking to you. Joanna, I'm talking to you. All over the house. Rocco, come on. For the remainder of this year, I don't want to hear, Tracy, I'm talking to you. I don't want to hear no other word. Come on, Brianna, for the rest of this year, we are going to, and all of what I'm sharing right now, I'm going to put it in the community. Come on, Cefe. I'm putting all of this in the community. Cefe, I know you're going to master it. I ain't got no words. I'm going to put this in, come on, Letitia. I'm going to put this in the community. All of it, not some of it. And I want you to master this. And every, see, now watch this right here now. Hold on. Remember, we are 4 parts of a collective whole. This is important. It's not a play on words. It's not bumper sticker talk. Come on, Paulina. Come on, beloved. I need you to lock in. We are 4 parts. Valerie, I need you to lock in. We are 4 parts of a collective whole. Right, so you got your physical world, you got your mental world, you got your spiritual world, you got your financial. Those 4 areas impact your life more than anything else in the world. Okay, so freeze that thought. You can see, here's the problem. Come on, Sandra. Come on, beloved. I need you to lock in. Here's the problem. You might be disciplined in 2 areas of your life. I'm gonna go out on a limb. You may even be disciplined in 3 areas of your life. Again, you got your physical world, your mental world, your spiritual world, your financial. So you might be disciplined in 3 different areas. But that one area where you're not, it's going to hurt you because it's going to contaminate all of the other areas. You might be killing it at your job, but you out of shape. You may be in shape, but you don't have a job. You might be killing it in the relationship, but you lack the self-awareness. Or you might be locking the self-awareness in, but you don't study as much as you should. See, you got to have discipline. You can't bring discipline to just certain areas. You got to bring discipline to all 4 quadrants. And the reason why you need to do that is because you're not living your life all at one time. When I'm at work, I'm at work. When I'm at the gym, I'm at the gym. When I'm studying self-awareness, I'm studying self-awareness. If I'm shadow boxing, I'm shadow boxing, meaning that I'm where my feet are. I'm not at the gym and I'm thinking about shadow boxing, and I'm not shadow boxing and I'm thinking about my relationship, and I'm not in the relationship and I'm thinking about something I need to be doing at work. No, work stays at work. When you come home and you got kids and your family, whatever kids be, you got to be disciplined. You got to lock in. Your family, your kids need you at that time. But if you leave your job, and then you turn around and come home and you talking to your significant other about your job, so then you still at work. You still at work. And now all of that stress and all of that emotion that you were experiencing, now your significant other is experiencing it. Now your kids are experiencing it. So you still working, even though you ain't getting paid. No, you have to be disciplined. Work stays at work. The gym stays at the gym. See, this is what I'm saying. You got to be able to compartmentalize here. When I'm at the gym, I'm focused on fitness. I don't want to talk about anything else. When I'm in the relationship, I'm in the relationship. I don't want to think about anything else. When I'm at work, I'm at work. I don't want to think. This is how you discipline your life. When I'm studying, I'm studying. If I'm shadow boxing, I'm shadow boxing. If I'm coaching, I'm coaching. That's what I'm doing. Wherever I am, wherever my feet are, that's where I am, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like right now in this life, I got other stuff going on in the world. I give a damn about that right now. This is where I am. I get to where I need to be when I get there. You see what I'm saying? So this again, now I have discipline and order in every area of my life. I'm not, see, this is the thing. Some of you guys, you got your life is bleeding into other areas. Work is bleeding into your relationship. Your relationship is bleeding into work. Your health is bleeding into this. You got things bleeding into all of these other areas. So of course it's going to look like chaos. Of course it's going to be confusing. There's no structure. God blesses structure, discipline, order. Right? Let me get through this real quick. And then any questions you guys have, you can run it to me, run it back to me. Do me a favor real quick. You guys share the live feed stories real quick. Come on, Brock. Come on, Brock. Come on, beloved. That part right there, 4 quadrant discipline. Again, because you might be killing it in one area, but you failing in the others. Or you might be a rock star in 3 of your quadrants, but you struggling in the. So my point is that you have to bring the discipline to, because you're not. And there's no way. See, there's no reason why you can't. Come on, Kim. There's no reason why you can't. Because you're not living your life all at one time. You're not living your life all at one time. When you at the gym, you at the gym. When you at work, you at work. When you in the relationship, you in the relationship with your boo. Y'all watching TV or binge watching some show, whatever it is, you going to the movies, going out to dinner, whatever the case may be. Just leave all the other stuff out of your mind. Leave everything at the front door. If I'm in a relationship, my problems stay at the front door. What's wrong is going to stay at the front door. What's happening at the job is going to stay at the front door. All that's staying at the front door. I'm not bringing all of that into the relationship unless my relationship has the ability to solve that. If it doesn't have the ability to solve it, why am I bringing it? Now my partner is all stressed out like me. Now we all stressed out. Then it's like, okay, well, let's go watch TV. Well, I don't want to watch TV now. You can ruin the whole moment. And then we wonder why people aren't jump started. It's like, well, damn, you didn't just, I mean, damn, what you want to do now? Well, shit, what we need to do? Watch this real quick. Let me, I see you, Juliet. I see you, beloved. Let me run through this last one. We need to get this out. 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 We need to get it out. All right, so boom, here we go. I'm giving you this piece to illustrate something to you. It's not. I'm not asking you whether or not you believe in Jesus. That doesn't matter whether or not you believe in him, because your belief is not important. Here's what's important. Jesus spent. I'm just showing you discipline. I'm showing you the power of discipline. That's what this whole life is about. Discipline. Jesus spent 30 years being disciplined to prepare him for 3.5 years of ministry. Think about what I'm saying. Jesus spent 30 years being disciplined to prepare him for 3.5 years of ministry. That was it. Again, I'm not asking you what your religious beliefs are. It's not important. So don't hang on to what I'm saying too tight, because if you do, you're going to miss the point. Here's the problem. People want his power, but they don't want his habits. They want his impact, but they don't want the discipline that it takes to get it. They want his influence, but they don't want to take on his daily routines. Let me explain something to you that will be tremendously helpful to you. Discipline creates distinction. Discipline creates distinction. When you discipline yourself, you separate yourself from the average. You rise above mediocrity. Some of you guys, you're doing everything you can. Changing your hair, changing your body, changing all of these external things about you so that you can, separate yourself from everyone else. And I get that part, beloved. But once you insert discipline, it's game over. There is nothing that you can do to your hair, your physical appearance, or anything else that will even come close to what discipline can do for your life. Discipline is going to, and what's beautiful is it's going to be automatic. It's not because you're going to have to say something. You don't have to say anything. Discipline automatically separates you from everybody else. You just move different. You talk different. You walk different. You think different. You know exactly who you are. You don't accept less. You don't tolerate BS. You don't stay in environments past the expiration date. You don't settle for less. You don't do any of that because you discipline. Discipline is going to change your life. I'm telling you right now. It's going to change your whole life. Yeah, you can change your hair, but that ain't going to change your life. Yeah, you can put some contacts in and change your eye color, but that ain't going to change your life. You can change your physical body, but that won't change your life. Discipline will change your life. And it's free. So before you go spending money on surgeries, before you go spending money on hair, before you go spending money on this and spending money on that, won't you take some discipline and just pour that into your life because it's free? And it's going to have more impact than anything else you could have done. One more time, discipline creates distinction. When you discipline yourself, you separate yourself from the average. You rise above mediocrity, not because you're saying it, just because it's automatic. Discipline is the difference between people who talk about destiny and people who walk in destiny. Here's what we got to understand. Your future is not created in the future. It's being shaped by your daily routines. Think about what I'm saying. Your future is not created in the future. It's created by the discipline that you bring to this moment. It's created by your daily routines. It's created by what you're doing right now. The secret of your future is hidden in your habits. If I observe your habits, I can predict your future. I just need to see your habits. Your life today is the sum total of the discipline you applied or refused to apply 5 years ago. Think about what I'm saying. This moment is a reflection of the discipline that you applied over the course of the last 5 years or failed to apply. That's what your life is right now. It's the sum total of that. And the next 5 years will be a reflection of the discipline that you choose to bring to this moment moving forward. That should scare you or ignite you. In this moment, I'm giving you universal truth. In this moment, your life is a direct reflection of the discipline that you applied or failed to apply leading up to this moment. And the next 5 years won't be any different. Your life is being shaped by the disciplines you choose to avoid. I said your life is being shaped by the disciplines you choose to avoid. Nothing changes until you do. Because patterns are more powerful than your desires. Patterns are more powerful than your desires. Patterns are more powerful than your desires. I need you to understand that. I don't give a damn what you are desiring. You have certain patterns right now, and your patterns are what's building your life. Patterns shape identity. Patterns shape belief. Patterns shape outcomes. And patterns are built by discipline. See, you haven't run out of discipline. Oh, no. You just might be disciplined in the wrong areas. You might be loyal to that toxic relationship. That's discipline. You might be loyal to waking up to a life that you don't love. That's discipline. You might be loyal to that job that you complain about every day, but you haven't changed it. That's discipline. So you got discipline, but you just haven't pointed in the wrong area. It's working against you, not for you. Yeah, you got it. But it's pointed at things that don't serve you. It's pointed at things that you've outgrown. It's pointed at things that can't no longer add value to you. So you have it. It's not like you don't have it. Like, coach, I need to build my discipline. No, you don't. You're full of it. You're full of discipline. You just have it pointed in the wrong direction. Discipline is a lot like belief. You're never not believing and you're never not disciplined. You're always disciplined. So if you stay in that toxic relationship, that's discipline. You stayed in a situation that you've already outgrown, that's discipline. When you refuse to go to the gym, that's discipline. You are being disciplined. On not going to the gym, you are being disciplined. On eating foods that don't align with who you are becoming, you are being disciplined. On tolerating things that you should, that's all discipline. You just have it pointed in the wrong direction. But you're still being disciplined. But it's working against you, not for you. So you got it. It's not like you need to go to some special class to learn how to do it. You're doing it right now. You disciplined to something right now. Discipline and loyalty are opposite ends of the same stick. You being loyal to something right now, even if the thing you're being loyal to is what hurts you the most. Some of you guys are loyal to the things that hurt you the most, but you're still being loyal. Belief is running through you like a river. Loyalty running through you like a river. Discipline running through you like a river. But what's important is, where are you pointing it? That's what's important. Not whether or not you have it. What is it aimed at? See, discipline is what keeps you aligned with your purpose. God invests in order, not chaos. If your life is disordered, do not ask God for more. God will not bless disorder. He will not multiply confusion. He will not promote a life without structure. You wouldn't do it. Why would we expect him to do it? Before God increases you, he will discipline you. Before he enlarges your influence, he will refine your habits. Before he expands your territory, he will adjust your routines. God will not give you what you are not disciplined enough to sustain. Think about what I'm saying. I said, God will not give you what you are not disciplined enough to sustain. Why would he do that? He would be hurting you. Some of you guys are praying for a life right now that you're really not disciplined enough to sustain. That's why the blessings don't come. He's like, if I give you that $1 million that you're asking for, you're going to hurt yourself. You're not disciplined enough to handle that. You can't handle 1,000. I'm just being real. Like, come on, what are we doing here? One more time. God will not promote a life without structure. Before God increases you, he will discipline you. Before he enlarges your influence, he will refine your habits. Before he expands your territory, he will adjust your routines. God will not give you what you are not disciplined enough to sustain. Discipline is the proof that you show God that you are ready for your destiny. I said, discipline is the proof. Damn what you saying. Discipline is the proof that you show God that you are ready for your destiny. Your blessings come at the level of your discipline, not prayers. Let me say that one more time. Your blessings come at the level of your discipline, not the strength of your prayers. Some of you guys are praying, but you don't have the discipline, again, to sustain what you're praying for. So if he blesses your life with that, he's going to hurt you. See, if you want a life, if you want your life to become unrecognizable, that's what I want for you. I want your life to become unrecognizable for every person that lied to you, unrecognizable for every person that cheated on you, unrecognizable for every person that thought that they could make it without you, unrecognizable for every person that you trusted that betrayed you. That's what I want for you. I want your life to become unrecognizable for them, unrecognizable to them. But if you want your life to become unrecognizable, you must live in a level of discipline that becomes uncomfortable for the old version of you. I appreciate the gifts, beloved. One more time. If you want your life to become unrecognizable, you must live in a level of discipline that becomes uncomfortable to the old version of you. I appreciate that, beloved. Transformation is predictable when discipline is consistent. That's what he's paying attention to. When your discipline is consistent, it's like, he already knows what you're going to do. I can predict your whole future just by watching how disciplined you are. I'm like, she's going to make it. Your discipline speaks a language that your words never will. Your discipline speaks a language that your behavior never will. You don't even have to talk when you're disciplined. Discipline is its own language. There's nothing to talk about. I'm going to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. If that means walking away from this relationship, I'm doing it. If that means walking away from that job, I'm doing it. If that means walking away from the disrespect, I'm doing it. If that means walking away from a life that I don't love, I'm doing it. I'm disciplined. I'm doing it. And people will respond to your level of discipline because they know you're not going to play. So that person won't even bring that disrespect to you because they already know she ain't tolerating that. She going to leave. As soon as I come with all that BS, she out of here. People already know that. So all of that, why you talk to me like that, and I don't deserve that, all that's weak energy. Turn your discipline up. Turn the discipline up. And then your discipline is going to have a conversation with that person long before you ever do. The discipline is going to say, you know, she ain't going to go up with that. You know, you're going to be sitting here at this Waffle House by yourself. You know, you getting ready to be at this Ruth Chris by yourself. You do know that, right? So go ahead and jump out there and say what you're getting ready to say. You know, she's going to leave you standing here looking crazy. That's discipline. See, people didn't talk trash to Michael Jordan because they already knew what they were going to get. They talked trash to all the other players. Oh, yeah, they did. He was the one that they didn't talk trash to because they knew talking trash to him, oh, he getting ready to turn up. That's like poking the bear. You don't poke the bear. He might drop 50 on us on a good day. So me sitting here talking trash to him, that's going to really make him turn up. So they wouldn't do it. They knew not to do it. Because they knew his level of discipline, he might drop 100 on you. That's what I'm saying. Your discipline speaks a language, and it wasn't because he told people, don't talk to me like that. I don't deserve that. I deserve that. He didn't have to say that. His discipline said, I'm not the one. You can talk to everybody else like that. I'm not him. Let me leave you with this. Let me leave you with this. Again, for all of the Mindset Masters family, I will make sure that this whole piece on discipline, you guys will have this today. You guys will have this posted in the community today. I want you to read it. I want you to study it. I want you to leave a voice note in the community. What do I say all the time? Your voice is someone else's medicine. So I want to make sure, but let me leave you with this. Absolutely, Alana. Absolutely, beloved. Let me leave you with this. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect, period. I don't want to hear about an affirmation. I don't give a damn about a vision board. I don't give a damn about, none of that matters. Because if I don't have the discipline, I'm never going to become what's on the vision board. Right? You can have the discipline, you can have the prettiest vision board in the world. If I don't have the discipline, I'm never going to become the thing on the vision board. If I don't have the discipline, I'm not going to become my little affirmations that I read in the mirror every morning to pump myself up. I'm never going to become that if I don't have the discipline. I'm not going to become it. It's just wishful thinking. But when I have the discipline, I don't need affirmations. When I have the discipline, I don't need a vision board. When I have the discipline, I don't need anything because I know where I'm going. I know how I'm going to get there. I'm not waiting on inspiration. We ain't got time. I'm not waiting on motivation. We don't have time. I'm not waiting on people to clap for me. We don't have time. I'm not waiting on people to believe in me. We don't have time. I'm not waiting for anything. Wait broke the bridge. You got time to be waiting. When you have discipline, you don't need company. You don't need anything. I need me. I got me. I got my Father. I got what I need. I have exactly what I need. I got me and God. It's the only thing in my life anyways. What am I sitting here leaning on all these other people for? The only thing in my life is me and God. I got exactly what I need. You got what I need. What am I waiting on? I'm not waiting on this person to see my vision and what the conference called. God gave the vision to me. He didn't give it to me in the person. So my ideas don't live in that person's mind. Stop expecting people to see life the way you see it. Person tell you it's not a good idea. They telling you it's not a good idea because the idea was never given to them. It was given to you. So the moment you go and tell this person the idea, yeah, they may not see it the way you see it. They shouldn't. God didn't give it to them. He gave it to you. So one more time, discipline is the highest form of self-respect. When you discipline yourself, you are declaring, I am too valuable to live carelessly. I am too important to waste time. I am too gifted to be lazy. I am too purposeful to be distracted. I am too full of destiny to be inconsistent. I said, I'm too full of destiny to be inconsistent. All right, boom. Do me a favor real quick. Welcome to all of the first time and last time listeners. Do me a favor real quick. Type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. Type me. That part right there, Yvette, that part right there, beloved. Discipline is the new sexy. That's our new word in the community. That's our new word. Let me see how many means I got. That's our new word inside of the community. And this is not the Mindset Masters community, just in case anyone was wondering. For all first-time listeners, welcome. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, emotional intelligence, consciousness, helping my students and clients all over the world to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness, How Powerful Are You Ready to Be? The book is available on Amazon. It is a bestseller. It is a game changer. I've been coaching now for over 2 decades now. I've coached some of the top celebrities, some of the top athletes, politicians, executives, doctors, lawyers, everyday moms and pops, fighters, you name it, I've coached them. And my purpose and my mission in life is to help you find yours, period. That's my purpose in life, is to help you find yours. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's something that I take very serious when it comes to just helping you to discover your purpose, helping you to discover, who you are at your essence, and helping you to reach what we call your zone of genius. When you think about your zone of genius, it has absolutely nothing to do with the word genius that you might find in the Webster's dictionary. Your zone of genius is when your purpose and your passion unite, right? When your purpose and your passion combine, in that moment, you become the most powerful version of yourself. Your passion is for you, but your purpose is for the world. And it's important for you to understand that. You have your zone of competence, and your zone of competence means that you're moving through life and you're doing things pretty much on the same level as everyone else, right? You're not really standing out that much. And then you have your zone of excellence. Your zone of excellence is when you're doing just a little bit better than everyone else, right? But then you have your zone of genius. And your zone of genius is the moment that you step into your purpose, you step into your calling, you step into that version of yourself that God ultimately created you to be. Why is that important? Because there's no pain there. There's no suffering there. There's no depression there. There's no fear there. There's no anxiety there. When you become the version of yourself that God created you to be, there's no suffering. Suffering comes when we don't know who we are. Suffering comes when we don't understand our purpose. Suffering comes, when we think happiness exists outside of us, or we think love exists outside of us, or we think our joy or our peace, all of these things are coming from external events and situations and things that we add to our lives, and they don't. What you don't understand is that you're pure unconditional love. And that's the pure unconditional love that you are. The byproduct of you just being who you are is happiness. The byproduct of you being who you are is love. The byproduct of you being who you are is joy and peace and abundance. That's just a byproduct of who you are. Those things are just an extension of what you bring to the moment when you fully become unlocked. And that's what I want to help you to do, to become unlocked and to become unleashed, and to become the greatest version of yourself, because that's what you were created to be, right? To be fearless. What is fearless? Fearless means that most people never achieve it because they don't understand what it means. To be fearless means that I no longer have attachments. Why do I no longer have attachments? Because everything that's in my life is only in my life because I represent value. And if the thing is in my life because I represent value, or the thing is in my life because I've created it or I've manifested it, or I've attracted it somehow, some way, then I represent the value, right? Because I was the magnet that this thing was drawn to. Why would I cling to the thing? Why would I chase the thing? Why would I become attached to the thing when the thing is attached to me? And it's important for you to understand that. Once you fully understand that mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you drop your attachments, because your attachments keep you blind. People will tell you that love is blind. Nothing could be further from the truth. What keeps you blind is your attachments. What keeps you blind is clinging. What keeps you blind is all of the expectations that you place on people because you haven't discovered who you are. So you have all of these voids in you, right? You have all of these unhealed versions of yourself. You have wounds that you haven't dealt with, traumas that you haven't dealt with, pain that you haven't dealt with. And so we jump in relationships with people, hoping people, and we turn them into our Band-Aids, right? We turn people into our Band-Aids because we don't know how to stop the internal bleeding. Most people that you encounter are bleeding internally. Yet externally, they may appear to have it all together, but internally, they're not. Internally, they're suffering. Externally, they wear the masks and we pretend to have it all together, but internally, we're missing something, and so what do? We drink, we smoke, we pop pills. We go to other people so that they can tell us who they are, even though the person that you're going to tell you who you are doesn't know who they are. They haven't met themselves that deeply. And if I haven't met myself that deeply, how can I help you discover who you are? So what do I give you? I give you a formula. I give you a remedy. Here's the problem. The formula or the remedy could never cure you because you were never broken. You were only out of alignment. But because I didn't know that you had a spiritual problem, not a worldly problem. In your mind, you have a worldly problem. You think that your problems are being created by something that's happening outside of you, but they're not. So you go to the therapist. The therapist couldn't fix you because you were never broken. How can you fix what was never broken? So what did they do? They wrote you a prescription. They put you on some medication. Why did they put you on the medication? because the medication was designed to numb you to a problem that they could never fix, to get you to just live with the problem, to deal with the problem, to integrate the problem into your reality, but never to solve the problem. The medicine was never designed to solve your problem because the therapist could never solve your problem because you never had one. How do you fix what was never broken? How do you do it? Maybe you know something that I don't know. How do you fix what was never broken? How do you do it? When you take the medication for a problem that you never had, the medication becomes the problem. Now you do have a problem. You didn't have one in the beginning, but you have one now. Because you'll start to believe that you can't function without the medication. And so the medication only pushes you further out to sea. It pushes you further and further away from the version of you that God created. So no, you didn't have a problem in the beginning, but unbeknownst to you, you didn't know that. So I get that part. I get that part, beloved. But now you do have a problem. Now you do. You went in to see the therapist. You didn't have a problem, but you left with one. Let me say something to you. God gave me a purpose. He created me to wake his children up. That's it. It's the only purpose I have. I don't have any other purpose. I can't help you paint your house. I can't help you rebuild your Chevy. I can't help you, cut the grass. I can't help you put a new roof on your home. I can't help you with any of that because all of those things would be out of alignment with my purpose. What I can do is this. I can help you to become self-aware. I can help you to become a master of self. I can help you to walk this earth with 5-star emotional intelligence. I can help you to understand that you are consciousness in human form, that you are awareness in human form. I can help you to understand that, not understand it intellectually, because that won't help you, to understand it spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and intellectually. What I can help you to do is to dismantle your ego, which is creating so much of your suffering. I can help you to do that. What I can help you to do is shake the ground when you walk. What I can help you to do is to become the most confident version of yourself. What I can help you to do is to become the most fearless version of yourself. What I can help you to do is no longer place limitations on yourself, no longer doubt yourself. Tap into unconditional love. Tap into 5-star respect. Tap into 5-star belief. That's what I can do. If you want someone to help you paint the house, we can find someone for that. If you want someone to help you fix your car, we can find someone for that. But if you are ready to become the greatest version of you, you found the remedy. Period. Having said that, there's a place. There's a place. There's always a place. There's always a place where you can go to get the answers that you need. And that's really what education is all about. Education is not so much what we've been programmed and conditioned to believe. Education is you knowing when and where to go to get what you need to take your life to the next level. That person right there is the most educated person in the world, knowing where to go, what you need, and who you need to talk to at that time. When you discover that, genius. I got a place. So my partners and I have created a community called Mindset Masters for this very reason that we're talking about, because we're operating out of our purpose. The Mindset Masters community is just that. What we do is in the title. We're going to help you master your mindset, help you become the most confident version of you, the strongest version of you, the most fearless version of you, right? Help you to understand, strength, power, honor. What makes you strong is knowing what makes you weak, but not just knowing what makes you weak, having the mindset, having the discipline to eliminate your weaknesses, because that's really what this is all about. To become self-aware, to become a master of self. What could be more important than you mastering yourself? What could possibly be more important? Where I don't need therapists and I don't need psychiatrists and I don't need all of these other people, because I've become the medicine myself. That's what God created you to do. That's what your story is for. Your story is not just for you, beloved. Your story was designed to give other people hope. It was designed to give other people inspiration. It was designed to give other people motivation that would be experiencing something similar to what you experienced, but you're already on the other side of it and they're still in the forest. That's what your story is for, not just for you, but for every single person that you come in contact with that may be struggling at that time. So God turns you into the blessing. He turns you into the medicine. He turns you into the solution or into the cure. That's what it's all about. That's what I am. I'm the human manifestation of that. He transformed me into the cure. But it's not just me, it's you as well. It's every single person that's on this live. The $1 billion question is, do you love yourself enough to become the cure? Do you love yourself enough to become the medicine? Do you love yourself enough to become the solution? Or will you just walk through life needing other people to become the solution for you? Because you didn't love yourself enough to become it yourself. I'm just asking. So the Mindset Masters is an exclusive community. We are a tight-knit community. We are a tight-knit family. There's unconditional love flowing through it like a river. 5-star respect flowing through it like a river. Vulnerability flowing through it like a river. And that's part of what makes it beautiful to me, because people can express themselves. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to come in and pretend. You don't have to promote yourself as something that you're not. We don't care. We want to love the version of you that still needs to heal. We want to love the version of you that still needs to grow and transform and evolve. Let us fall in love with that version of you. Right? That's what's important. I appreciate that, beloved. That's what's important. And so that's what makes the community so powerful, in my opinion, is the fact that I get to meet my students and I get to meet the real them. And I want to meet the real you. Your pain is not unique. The suffering is. The trauma is not unique. The suffering is. Because the suffering is what you create. The suffering is the suffering comes from the story you tell yourself about the pain. The suffering comes from the story you tell yourself about the trauma, not from the experiences themselves. And so you got to understand, in this moment, you are both the problem and the solution. You are the pain, but you are also the medicine. You are the question, but you are also the answer. I just want to help you to become the answer. And when you become the answer, you're going to discover that you don't have any more questions. I don't have questions because God will transform you into the solution. Questions disappear when you become the answer. Okay, it's important for you to understand that. And so that's what the mindset community is all about. It's what you're gonna receive is access to 2 life coaches, 1 executive coach. You're gonna gain access to all of my live streams, like the one you're watching right now. You're talking hundreds of hours of live stream content. You're gonna also gain access to my podcast, which is only exclusive to the Mindset Masters community. You won't find my live streams or the podcast anywhere else. I'm talking about a library full of live streams like this. And what's important is that the live streams are like a master class, right? So you're gonna want to get some notebooks, get as many pens as you can, because you're gonna need it. So you're gonna gain access to the live streams. You're gonna gain access to my podcast. You're going to gain access to what I write every single day. Like everything that you just heard me go over right now on this live stream will also be uploaded in the community for my students and my family. I say students, but they're really more my family than students. You're going to gain access to me. I will be your force multiplier. I will be your virtual life coach, and I am all you need. That's alignment. I am all you need. Every single question, every single problem, every single thing that you think is wrong, the solution is in the community. If I don't have it personally, it's inside of the community right now as we speak. Also, you guys are going to gain access to, we have an executive coach also inside of the community. I could make the argument that she's the top executive coach in the country. She's going to be available to you guys as well. You are also going to receive a free copy of this book, right? This is my book. I sell this book for $29 on Amazon. The community is $29. So the community is $29, but you're going to get this book for $29. So you're getting something for free today. But I'm not just going to give you the book. I'm also going to give you my free e-course, The Fearless Mindset. So you're going to get the free e-course today. You're going to get this book today. It's going to come in ebook format. You're going to get this book today. So automatically you're winning. You're already up right now in value. Even if you just signed up for the community today and you got the book and the e-course, you're already winning. You're already hitting the game. Lastly, for anyone, reviews. Reviews are big, right? Amazon built this entire business on reviews. And so reviews are huge. And so what I want you to do for anyone that's thinking about joining the Mindset Masters community today, which will be the most important decision you make today, I want you to read some of the reviews from people that are currently in the community. So for anyone that is currently a part of the Mindset Masters community, just throw something in the chat real quick with respect to what the community is for you or what it means to you. And for anyone that's thinking about joining the community, just look at the comments. I've probably got at least 200 of my students on this live stream right now as we speak. Just look at the reviews in real time. So I don't want you to believe me, believe the reviews, because that's exactly what you would believe if you were to go to Amazon. You would believe the reviews that you were reading. Apply that same thinking. We are cheaper. We're probably 5 times cheaper than therapy and 10 times more powerful. Right. Awesome. Musa, what's up, family? I didn't even know you were on here. So again, real quick, the community is $1 a day. It's $29 a month. No contracts, no obligations. When you sign up today, again, $29 a month, no contracts, no obligations. You stay until the transformation happens. If the transformation happens for you in a month, wonderful. If it happens in 2 months, wonderful. Whatever that time period is, there's no filter on that time period. So again, you guys are going to receive a free copy of the book today. You're going to receive a free copy of my e-course today. You're going to get me as your coach. You can't find more value anywhere on social media than what you're getting ready to receive in the Mindset Masters community. Just nowhere. Having said all of that, if you guys